There we go. Hello, CFA Nation. Gabe.
Hello, everyone. Asjad from Cricket for Us. How are we all doing?
Ooh, nervous. Pins and needles. What's going on? Muhammad, Abay, David Warner in the chat today. Good.
We got MS Dhoni. We've got Virat Kohli.
Respect on my name. Oh, man, the chat's all fired up. What's going on, Phil? MSD Lover. What's going on? You know, I was shocked to hear Asjad say, I just asked him before we jumped on. I said, man, who do you like today? He's like, I like the Sunrisers. Like, whoa. And I know they're hot, so it kind of makes sense. But I still like DC. I like this move, Stoinis going to the top. I didn't realize, Asjad, that in the Big Bash League, he is an opener.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He opens in the Big Bash, and he does a pretty darn good job. So finally, they've given him this opportunity. So let's see how he goes for DC, honestly. It's kind of surprising it took them up till the semifinal, basically, to give it a shot.
I mean, if you think about it, one of the glaring holes have been that opening partnership because Shaw he's had 2 or 3 good games, but for the most part, Shaw got dropped twice because he's been so bad this year. And Rahane, he's been hit or miss in that opening partnership. So I'm shocked if this was an option that they didn't just. I don't get it. Why wouldn't they have already?
I think they finally noticed that Prithvi Shaw is just not firing, and Rahane played well in the previous game, I think. So they thought, why not? Let's go for it. They've got no other shot. They won the toss and elected to bat, which I don't know if it's the right decision or not, but it's.
I saw that, right? And if you go to ESPN Cricket Info, you could read the interview. Yeah. And basically, even though conditions say differently, and so far it's flipping back the other way where you want to chase, Sarias Iyer said, listen, we've lost twice to them trying to chase. You know what I mean? We're not doing it no more.
No.
It is what it is.
Like, it's a positive approach, isn't it? That we're going to go out, we're going to get as many as we can, and then bowl you out. That's basically the intent, which is good. Yeah. Positive is good in that sense, isn't it?
I think so. They've struggled when chasing. So let's see what happens here. Here, man. I got a couple of these guys on my fantasy squad.
Right. I literally went in just to change. I think I changed one person. I put Holder in my team and I dropped AB de Villiers. Again, they're not playing anymore, right? So I dropped ABD and I got Jason Holder because it's I only have 1 transfer left for the final. So I used them up so quickly. Didn't help because Virat Kohli didn't do much in the previous game. ABD didn't. Oh, this is a good tactic. That's a good tactic. Keep her to the stumps.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that they had Kane Williamson playing really close to the other back. Look, he's almost like a silly point. Well,
he's more like a flying slip, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, they're playing him really, really tight.
Yeah. I think it's a good decision because Dhawan likes to come out of the crease, especially the fast bowlers as well.
Interesting.
Good call, that. Kind of impressed. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ronel. Hello.
What's going on?
So many people. Mohit. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to say everyone. So many names.
Shaw should have been removed long back. Listen, I'm not disagreeing because Shaw has really struggled. I was shocked to see that last game they left out Hitmeyer and they went bowling, and then I'm like, what are they doing? It was just frustrating. But
thankfully, they kind of learned from that mistake, didn't they? Because Sands is a decent bowler. I'm not saying he's a bad bowler at all. He's pretty good. He did well in the BBL as well, but I think in these conditions, it's better to have a bat, especially because DC are prone to collapses, especially if Pant does a punt. Yeah.
You need those bats, you know what I mean? Yeah, what batsman not attacking Rashid? Rashid dominating batsman. Rashid, why aren't they attacking Rashid Khan? Because he's got like 22 wickets or whatever it is.
Because he just takes wickets for fun. He comes in. This is the best thing. Like, I'm surprised about this. they've got a set plan with Rashid Khan, right? They're not going to play him aggressively. They defend him and he still gets wickets. Right? Yeah, it's madness.
This year, I forgot it was what game. Oh, as good as Mumbai Indians are, it was the game where it was Mumbai versus SRH. And that's when I realized how good Rashid Khan is, because Mumbai literally conceded an over. It was Pollard, and I want to say it was Pollard and Pandya, and they literally defended every ball. It was one over, and they wanted no parts of them. Now, I think they ended up winning that game in the end of it, but they were just trying to survive that last Rashid Khan over, which you're like, I've never seen Pollard play so defensively. Like, yo, that's respect. That's respect.
I think the reason that makes so much sense, especially to a player like that, because if you get a wicket in that over, you're prone to get another one, and that's 2 down all of a sudden, and then you're back to square one. When you want to start attacking from the over 15, Rashid Khan, if he comes and bowls and you try and attack him, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. Yeah. That's the thing you realize.
Man, hasn't Jason Holder been a revelation, bro? Revelation.
I was watching, what was it? I think it's Crick Buzz. On there, they've got these statistics, right, where they showed as soon as Saha and Holder started playing with SRH again together, because of those two, their contributions have been so important to them. Jason Holder, what was it, 26 off 10 a couple of games ago. He scored 24 off 20. He got 3 wickets. Then he got 2 wickets. Then he got 2 wickets the match before. Saha got 70 or 250s or whatever he got. So, like, as soon as they came back in the team, SRH setup completely changed. And I think Holder, he's not very quick, but it's just that bounce that he gets and the line and length that he bowls. It just confuses the batsman, or it just gets them. It surprises them. They know he's like really big guy, right? The big guy, when he bowls the bouncer, when he bowls a good length delivery, it bounces up to here. So that's the trick. That, I think that's one of his key aspects, that he uses that extra bounce he gets to get those wickets.
I think he's got a lot of leverage because of how tall he is. So that also helps him as well. Super chat from Jihan. Dr. Jihan starting the day off. Thank you. Why is Greek Hulk opening the batting? Because Shaw has failed miserably this year. Can't do it.
I was really disappointed because I expected a lot from Shaw, especially because he played that one good innings somewhere at the start of the season. I thought, this is what's going to get him into the flow of things, but unfortunately, not to be. By the way, whereabouts are you? Because I think I'm live, so I'm just going to pause.
Right now, they're showing the review of Rashid Khan saving that boundary. He's also a really good fielder, isn't he?
He's really quick. When you see him, it's like Johan Blake. Like in the case when he runs, it's really quick. Really quick.
But Jason Holder has been great. Saha has been great. Oh man, did you hear what it is with Saha too?
No. What is it exactly?
I hope my information is wrong. Torn hamstring.
Ooh. That's not good, because then they have to play Goswami, because I know they're playing Goswami today. I didn't know how bad his injury was. That's not ideal, especially when you're in the finals or the playoffs or anything like that.
Oh, torn hamstring. He's out for at least 4 or 5 months minimum.
India tour, the India-Australia tour. I don't think he's off for that now either, is he? So I don't know who's that backup wicketkeeper.
Your hamstring, not gonna happen. He's got rested, rehab. Minimum, I would say 90 days, maybe 4 months, 120 days. We'll see. That's tough. And he's playing so well.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was 87 or 50 odd balls, right? And I haven't seen him play this attacking, fairly decent time. So I was like, this is really good, especially for SRH. This was fantastic, wasn't it?
It was, man, and it's tough. And I think that they find themselves in a tough position because we're talking about SRH. I don't think next year you can go away from Holder, but you got Johnny Bairstow, and people are like, oh, Gabe thinks Bairstow. Look, I get it. You're not going to sit Kane Williamson. He proved why he's one of the big four. You're not sitting Rashid Khan. You're not sitting, in my opinion, you can't sit Holder. He's been a revelation for you. So really, Bairstow's an odd man out. You know what I mean? It's David Warner, captain. But I just don't think that long term they can win with is it Goswami or Goswami?
Goswami, yeah.
Swami? He's maybe a big enough chance that was his first game, you know what I mean? But
True.
man,
his keeping looks all right. I think in terms of keeping, he's fine. It's just that batting. Let's see what you can do with the bat today, because he's at the moment he's slotted in to open with David Warner, right?
Yep.
I think he got a duck in the first in the previous game. Yeah,
a 3-ball duck.
So it's not the greatest, but right. I would say again, the only person they can potentially sit out, even though Williamson has done a fantastic job. Williamson's probably the only one they can take out to put in Bairstow, and with the form Williamson's in, Bairstow's not getting a shout. Bairstow's only getting a shout if Williamson doesn't perform for like 4 games, 4 or 5 games. Like Muhammad Nabi, I don't even know. I think Nabi played a game, but I can't remember even.
I think so. Yeah. Interesting. And Jihan says, I've torn hamstrings twice running between the wickets. I mean, it looks. How long were you out, Dr. Jihan? Let us know how long you were out. I'm telling you, not 3-4 months, easy.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's I don't know much about the injury kind of things, but if it's at least 3-4 months, I think that's a good rest period for a lot of like torn muscles and things like that. I used to think any torn muscle would be 6-7 months minimum, but if you're saying about 120, I think that if he can recover, that'll be great for the next season. It'll be great for SRH for the next season, because I think that starts March, April time anyway. So that's about 5 months away.
It says Bairstow is getting released. Is that official? You know, it's crazy. I was listening to this. There's this video that just randomly popped up on YouTube, and they're talking about the 2021 auction. So I clicked on it, but I couldn't understand it because it's all in it might be Hindi, some type of Indian language. So I'm trying to like read in the subtitles. It says something about KKR and Russell wanting a change, but I couldn't understand exactly what I'm trying to figure it out. Like trying to decide. Like I need to know. I need the information because there's got to be moves made. If you're a team right now this year, you see all the glaring holes. Outside of Mumbai, there should not be one team that should be happy with their team. Let's make some changes.
Do you know what? I made a video about a week ago, I'd say, where they were talking about an IPL auction. So I talked about it, and the thing is, 3 teams don't want an auction, which is DC, RCB, and MI. They don't want an auction. And wait. I
understand MI and I understand DC. RCB doesn't want an auction?
They don't want an auction. And the second thing was the only team who has explicitly said was CSK. I think now KKR is in that same bracket, but I think CSK was the only one said, we would like an auction. But now it's a bit up in the air. If they do have an auction, it'll be sometime in December. But there's no 100% deal on that at the moment, is there? Because it's undecided. No one knows yet.
I understand the 2 top teams, one of DC, because DC, like I said, they're balanced. They are.
Yeah.
I'm being selfish and saying, I don't want an auction. I like our team as it is. I see the same thing with Mumbai Indian. They are, that's a costly drop right there. Right away, Stoinis makes them pay with a boundary. But, bro, are you kidding me? What is RCB thinking? Do they not see the glaring holes in their team? Do they not see the glaring holes in that lineup? I mean, come on. If I'm like, no, I need change. Get me another bowler, and I need another batsman, a legitimate batsman. We're only 4 deep over here.
Yeah. No, definitely. Oh, that's another 4. That's another 4. Good job. Right, so Stoinis looks prime and ready for this eliminator. He can do it. I think if he plays like, you remember, in 2-3 games, he's actually, if not won it, but been their best batsman in the entire game.
And last time he showed, when everybody went out earlier, that he has that in him. Why not put him up there in the earlier partnership? Listen, I'm of the mindset, if you're waiting till the 15th inning to put in a guy because you need him in the death overs, what good is it if you get to the death overs, but you're only at 86 runs, if you're only at 90 runs? I need those runs early, man. Let me build something. and that let my all rounders and guys like that try to feast in the death overs. You know what I mean? But some teams literally hold back their best guy or one of their best batsmen for the death overs. You might lose it in the death before the death over. Same thing with bowling.
Pollard is probably the best example. He gets, like, I felt really bad for him. He got a duck in the previous game, didn't he? I felt really bad because he's had hardly 25 deliveries in the past 6 games.
It's ridiculous.
He's like Hardik Pandya is just a beast. I don't even want to talk about Hardik Pandya. I have been so impressed by him that I am genuinely, I don't even mind MI win if Hardik does well, right? Hardik.
Honestly, and I told Nick, I'm shocked that Mumbai was able to destroy everybody at the draft. What were you guys thinking? Did you not see the team they're putting together and the team you guys have? I blame really ownership or whoever makes these choices. When you look at some of these teams, for instance, CSK, they got all these international bowlers. They can't use them all at the same time. What are you thinking? Where's your Indian talent? You know what I mean? Other teams that just left themselves short. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Guys, the score is 21-0, 21, no losses. And we are now in the 4th over.
Yep. One thing I want to add on that. So this when there's an auction, right? So they have the opportunity to save some players they've had from previous seasons. So Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya, Pollard, Rohit Sharma, they're all players that Mumbai Indians already have. You've seen that documentary on Netflix, haven't you? So they had those players already. So teams like CSK, they got international players because I don't know, I don't even understand why they did it, but they had a thought of, okay, we're gonna stack our international lineup and let's see what happens. Teams like RCB, Chris Morris was a really good option to bring into their side. Stoinis for Delhi, I think, was a really good option. I think he played for RCB last season. Please correct me.
RCB let him go. RCB let him go.
And he does a wonderful job. He's literally the highest scorer this season after Rowan. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's something about the culture. Listen, I'm a Yankees fan, right? And for all the championships the Yankees have, they also have the biggest bust contracts in history, meaning they sign some big name players to come over and they cannot play in New York. They can't play in that media outlet. They cannot play in that under that pressure. And big name players have gone to New York and have failed. Ooh, go for a boundary. Oh, Stoinis. Oh, I think this is looking like a good decision. Oh, Stoinis. I mean, it's already a good decision because your boy's been out. And I keep saying your boy. I keep. This is bad habit. Anything good that happens, I always take credit. Anything that bad that happens, I blame on Nick. You know what I mean? But since you're not here,
that's fine. Go for it.
But Shaw, I'm saying Shaw's been so bad this season. Why not put Stoinis up? It's already a successful experiment in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'd go with that. If he gets them at least 40 at a strike rate of about 150, he's done his job. He doesn't need to do anything more, but he will because he's that type of player, isn't he? He wants to perform for the team and then just keep going and going and going. It's absolutely crazy. Someone just corrected me in the chat. Thank you, someone. MI never saved Krunal. Oh, what a shot! Oh, I don't know if you've seen that yet, Gabe.
Nope. I'm looking at Ricky Ponting, who looks angry right now.
I'm going to pause it. And then I want you to.
Now I just saw the shot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Stoinis.
Ooh. Stoinis doing a Stoinis. This is great. Ooh.
I'm so glad you got on my tape.
I'm supporting SRH, but I just enjoy that because that's such a good shot. It's Holder as well. It's Holder, isn't it?
That's Holder too. Wow, he admired that thing. Look at that. That's what you call posing in baseball, by the way.
Right.
Pitchers do not like that. When you hit them hard like that, you just admire your work. Dr. Jihan, thank you for the super chat. He says, both times I tore my hamstrings, it took 6 to 8 weeks to heal first. Time I was convinced it had fully healed after 2 weeks. As soon as I took off to run, it went again. It happens often. Turn it to run. Yeah, it's Stoinis, another
one.
Oh, He just pumped Holder for 18 runs that over. Oh.
Wow. Right. DC are here to play. DC are definitely here to play today. Do you want a Mumbai DC final, by the way?
I do want a Mumbai. Okay. These other teams just don't have enough. As much as I like SRH, they don't. If Saha was there, yes, okay, I think they have enough. But without Saha, they just don't have enough. Kane Williamson proved, yeah, he can go out and get you 50. But that was with Kane Williamson's 50, they only scored 132. They're not chasing 132.
Yeah.
They're not going to beat Mumbai Indians with 132. That ain't happening, cousin. They need to put up 190, 200, or be able to chase, 190 or 200. And they don't have enough firepower.
If Mumbai Indians, they've got such amazing batters. It's crazy. Like they made 200 on a pitch that people could hardly get 140 on. That's what surprised me.
What surprised me is they did it after Rohit Sharma went out for 0. And
Pollard got for 0.
And Pollard went out, I think it was for a duck or one. I'm like, and they still put up 200 like it's nothing. It's easy. Oh,
crazy.
Gosh. I mean, the only team I think, even though people are going to say we just saw Mumbai Indians versus DC. Yes, but you didn't see this DC. You saw DC Shaw and as an opener, and you saw DC without Hitmeyer. I'll take Stoinis and then put Hitmeyer to be your last batsman. Put him at 6 or 7. He can go out in the power play and put up 20 runs quickly on a decent strike rate. But this is your best chance with this lineup, in my opinion, this way to get to 180, 190, which is what you're going to have to do to beat Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, exactly. And if they can do it now, then they have the propensity to do it again in the final. I think Rainfire just mentioned that Bumrah and Pandyas were scouted by MI. So initially were scouted by MI. So back when they weren't a big deal.
Oh.
So they've found some beautiful players. And the owner of MI is one of the richest people in the world. So he can get a lot of players if he needs to. He's got Bolt, he's got Pattinson, he's got Colton Nile.
He's crazy too. I watched that show and I liked the Mumbai Indians and Nick ended up picking them or whatnot. But we learned a lot about the show, and it was funny because he has such a aggressive mentality. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, this guy, I like this guy, and you can tell other owners don't like him because of how he goes about it.
Yeah,
but it is.
Definitely. I've just got a 4. Dolan's just hit a 4. I don't know if you're on the same play.
4, line drive 4. That's what I'm saying. If you give Dewan a good partnership up there, and you can get out of the opening partnership, score 50 runs in the
power play.
In the power play, you're gonna be. Misfield. Oh, thank you. I'll take it. Who did that? Who did it? Shame on you.
It's Natarajan, isn't it?
Bow. Oh, he's on my team.
He's on my team. That's right. That's called a long barrier, right? So in cricket, this type of when you put your knee on the ground and the other one you try to stop it with your hands, right? With your knee behind it, it's called a long barrier. Right. So it's a very simple thing. But sometimes when you're like running, it's hard to kind of get down into that position to stop it. So I think he just missed it and went through that gap between the two. It's really sad to see that because when I played, I'm not the greatest fielder. Being a Pakistani, I can admit I am not always the greatest fielder. So whenever I had to field, whenever I had to do the long barrier or do anything, there was a high chance I was going to miss it. I was going to miss some sort of fielding or a catch or anything like that. So every time, earlier on in my cricketing career, I was called Butterfingers, that the ball could stick at that. I improved slowly but surely, but I feel for Natarajan for missing that one.
In other words, you're from the home of Campbell, right? Butterfingers. I was Campbell for Halloween, and I was gonna walk around with a bucket of butter and my fingers in it. You know what I mean? You're like, who are you? Campbell.
Oh man, I think there's a super chat for me.
Asjad, Jihan says, Asjad, do you think Moeen Ali was a wasted talent? When I lived in England, he was a classy top order batsman for Yorkshire. He turned into a bowling all-rounder who just tries to slug down the order.
Right, I would agree with you, Jihan, completely. So Moeen Ali, I used to really like him because in the UK, when he was playing in the Blast, he used to open or he'd be one down, or even in ODIs, he wouldn't bat this slow. Like for England, he's batted at number 8 and 9 for England, right? Which is absolutely madness. And he's such a good batsman. But over the course of the last, I think, 3-4 years, because England didn't have a spinner, they had Adil Rashid, but they didn't have a spinner. Oh, I think Gabe's gone. We've lost Gabe. Please, someone hashtag, please, Gabe come back. Oh, goodness me. And yeah, Jihan, you're completely right about that. Oh, what a shot by Dhawan to Shahbaz Nadeem. That's 6. Beautiful first ball. He's got it. He's done it. Right. While Gabe's away, I'm going to ask in the chat, who do you think is going to go for the most runs from SRH? I'm saying Shahbaz Nadeem is going to get smashed. Any idea? Any takers? Anyone else think different? Oof. That's 82 meters as well. Goodness me, that's a shot. I think Gabe, you've kind of gone. Yeah, I think he's rejoining in a couple of seconds. So yeah. Oh, Tariq Jr. Herbert, I am supporting SRH. I actually, I have a deal with oh, that's a no ball. Oh, that should be a no ball. Is that a no ball? Looked a bit high. I'm actually supporting SRH today. I don't want Mumbai Indians to win. I want SRH or DC to actually get the title. But today in this particular game, I think SRH have impressed me a lot more. So I'm going for SRH.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Woo! Oh my gosh. 60 partnership. I missed the 50 partnership. That's how quick it happened because my computer went down. But man, Stoinis and Dewan putting in work. I'm telling you, this is their best combination in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
if they get through, this is what they need to go. This is what they need to do. This is what they need to do.
2 boundaries. Back to back for Dewan. One was a huge 6. The other one was a 4, I believe. Right? It didn't go all the way over. Yes,
it's a 4, but it was a no ball, so it was a free hit. Yeah, just on Jehan's point. So Moeen Ali, now Moeen Ali is more like Maxwell. So he's a bit hit and miss with the bat, and he's not always consistent with the ball. In England, he bowls fairly well. But otherwise, he's not fantastic in terms of the bowling at the moment.
Zampa, we got Zampa in the chat. Zampa says, who is the bloke questioning my nationality, mate? I have best figures for a spinner in the IPL 5 for 12. Zampa has been good. Zampa has been really, really good, actually.
I think the last 2 games, Zampa has been really good. But when they brought him in earlier on, he got battered. He got absolutely smashed, and he went for 14 both games. I can't remember the exact digits, but I think when he came back in the last couple of games, he did a lot better.
That's another thing that bothered me, okay? You got guys that got pumped for some serious runs this year, and I'm talking about Cottrell, right? One game basically cost Cottrell the season.
Yeah.
I mean, really? How about it was just a bad game? How about we're playing in the UAE? It happens sometimes. But Cottrell was banished after he got pumped for 54 runs against the Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah.
And of course, it was Tawadia who lit him up. I mean, man, that's just brutal.
I think it depends on which team you're in. So, for example, even if, Quinton de Kock, as an example, he didn't play particularly well in the first 3, 4, 5 games for MI, but they still kept him in the side, right?
Right.
So there's a balance you need to strike where a team is where a player is doing that badly that you need to drop him,
Right.
or if he's doing badly but he's not detrimenting the actual side, so you can keep it in. So when he comes into form, he comes into form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I don't understand is, okay, you did
one
that.
game shouldn't decide. Yeah, I agree with you.
You
Yeah,
did that, but yet Jordan got pumped multiple times and you brought him back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Either the idea is if my guy gets pumped, I'm not bringing him back, or don't you think that was a quick hook basically for Cottrell?
Yeah.
I honestly kept saying I thought they needed him. You know, again, CSK, I understand why they did it because they have so many overseas bowlers. It wasn't even funny. But Ngidi got pumped that first game or that second game it was, and he was banished, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they bring him in at the end of the last game and he gets 3 wickets. Sometimes you're gonna get pumped for runs. It happens, you know. Gabe, you trashed Zampa really bad on the Jeeves podcast. Listen. We were just going off of the game we had recently seen when it was Australia versus who was
England.
that played the guys?
England.
Yeah. You know what I mean, dude? And it's like, he played poorly. If he plays good, I'm gonna give him credit. I think that's another thing. Maybe it's a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Let us know in the chat, and I'll let you speak to it first, Asjad. In America, at least for us, we feel like it's almost a rite of passage to if I root for your team, I pay to watch your games, I go and pay the games, I root for you as a fan, I require you to perform, and if not, I'm gonna let you have it. And I mean, rooting against your own team in America is almost as popular as rooting for your team. It is. Like I said, Knicks fans, bro, go 2 games now with paper bags on their heads just to boo, not even the players, to boo management, to boo the owner. They want to boo the team. But it's like, if we boo a player because he doesn't do one game, we're not booing his whole career. We're just saying you sucked that one game. Step it up. LeBron James won a championship. Game 2 or 3, LeBron James played poorly, and Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler gave it to him. I said, LeBron, step it up, cousin. You're about to let this championship slip through your fingers. Does that mean that LeBron James sucks? No, he's one of the greatest of all time. But he had a bad game. Is that maybe just an American mentality?
It's not an American mentality because I've seen it in English shows. I've seen it in Pakistani shows. Not seen it as much in Indian shows because I haven't followed their actual television that much. But what they do is they try and be as critical of your own team as possible. So it's pretty similar to what you're saying. It is across the world, but then there are certain players you don't criticize. For example, just a thought, like MS Dhoni, usually you wouldn't criticize, right? Virat Kohli, you wouldn't criticize. But players like Zampa, no offense to Zampa, I'm sorry, Adam Zampa, you're in the chat, but like players like Zampa, you would criticize because they have made a name for themselves, but they're playing in that side as one of those 4 overseas players, or they're one of their key bowlers. But if he didn't perform, you're going to give it to him. You're going to say, oh, he didn't do well. I know in the T20s, Zampa didn't do well against England, but in the ODIs, he raked it back and played very well. He took the most wickets in that. I think he took 10 wickets in 3 games, 3 ODIs. And that was really, really good. So I completely understand what you're saying. And I would tend to go with the fact that you say good things about them when they perform well, and you belittle them as much as possible until they perform well again.
Asjad. I apologize. It's like, teach him how to pronounce your name. It is Asjad. I got a friend named Asjad, so that's why I say it.
That's fine. I got no problem. You can say whatever you want. As long as I know you're addressing me, I'm happy with it.
They want you to explain the super chat to me. But before I go on, this is an important over. Rashid Khan is dangerous. Do not take him on. Do not do it. Just take singles when they're there. At this point, you have no reason to accelerate the run scoring. Even if you go 3 runs this over, it doesn't matter. Just do not lose the wicket right now. Knock on wood.
Yeah, completely agree with you. Rashid Khan, 3 for 14 in the first game against DC, 3 for 7 in the second game against DC. So they know to not go against it. But even when they defend, he takes the wickets. That's the brilliance of Rashid Khan. That's what gets it.
He is so tough. He is so tough, man. So, oh yeah. So, go ahead. So this says, please, could you explain to Gabe the two catching techniques? It's not as easy as he thinks. You have to put a ton of practice in, and even the best flop. So before you explain it to me, guys, I'm Dominican. We don't even let kids bat until they know how to catch. No joke. And I am the guy who, and I'm telling you right now, I never let my kids, when they're first starting, my own kids catch with baseball gloves. I make them catch. They wear gloves, but it's more like these like little pads or whatever, because I don't want them getting used to having that crutch of the glove. So trust me, I know, but it takes hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. I get it. With that being said, talk to me about the techniques.
Right. Okay. So there's two techniques, and one is called the Australian technique, where you catch like this, right? So you've got the ball coming, you catch it like this rather than like this. Okay?
Right.
So those are the two different techniques in terms of getting a catch. Now, the way it's taught in Australia, from a couple of my Australian friends and from what I see on in cricket matches, they catch like this 9 times out of 10. They're not going to catch like this. Now, though, because there's a lot more globalization with the cricketing techniques and everything, they do try both. But one thing I noticed, catching like this is a lot harder for me because it just bounces out. It's hard to keep control of where the ball is. This seems a lot easier because your fingers are pointing that way. I can take the catch like that. So most of my cricketing experience, I've caught like this. Even when my brother used to throw the remote from one side to another, I'd catch like this rather than like this. But they both work. It's better if the ball is lower than your, like this area, so mid-chest, then it's easier to catch like this. But if it's above that, it's probably easier to catch like this. It does require a lot of practice. Personally, in my opinion, my catching like this was not great. So I'm not going to say that what's better or not. But for me, it was easier to catch like this.
And that's funny that you say the Australian method, because when I watched the game, The Test, they taught the show or documentary, The Test, they show that they brought in Americans, baseball coaches. And you can see them wearing baseball gloves and everything and teaching them how to catch. That's how we're taught to catch. You want to catch it at its highest point. So the idea, and when I say the highest point, is you don't want to bring your head down, because now you're changing your eye level. So you always want to catch it, whether it's this way, or if you got a baseball glove this way, you always want to catch it on its apex at its highest point, as opposed to letting it come down. Because now when we're letting it come down, see what I'm doing right there? Oh, here comes the ball. My eye level just changed, and I have to bring my head down, and as you move, you have the propensity to lose the ball. You know what I'm saying? So we call this a basket catch. Now, basket catches exist, but it is a no-no in baseball, especially when you're hot dogging it. We call it hot dogging it, where it's a sitter, so you can do that, because sometimes you got no choice but to do that. But if it's a sitter and you're waiting for it, but instead of just getting a half point, you're just late. That's especially before. Oh my God, you will run laps for that.
Really,
for that, man.
Do you know what? I think one thing is for Australians. So I've seen Australia do this for about at least 20, 25 years. Whenever I've seen Australia play, they try their best. Like I've seen Ricky Ponting take a catch like this, really, really low down. Like he was basically on the ground and he still caught the ball like this, right? So I think what you're saying makes sense, that maybe the thought process in Australia and now around the world, but from my understanding, that's kind of, for cricket, it was originated in Australia, catching with the eye line, so at the highest point. I've seen people drop catches a lot more like this, because I completely agree that when the ball's coming down, if you're tracking it, it's probably easier to catch it higher up rather than when it's coming down. You might miss it. You might miss it for like a millisecond, and you've dropped the catch. So I completely get what you're saying.
Woo, that's all it takes. All right. Dr. Jihan says, regarding being rostered after performances equal, Gabe needs to listen to Geoffrey Boycott after an England batting collapse and/or heavy loss.
Oh, you know what? Have you heard of Geoffrey Boycott? Right. Number one, he was an amazing batsman for England. it was very difficult to get him out. Let's put it that way. In terms of test matches, I can't remember his stats, but I think he is one of their highest test match run scorer ever, because he just didn't get out. He'd stay there for like hours and hours and just stay at the crease, right? In terms of his commentary, I really like it because he's one of the most honest commentators I've heard,
right?
Who will do exactly what you said about in American sports. So what the fans do at the Knicks games, that's what he does. If England does well, he'll say England did well, blah 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 blah. That team did this. England does bad. You know you're gonna wait about half an hour where he's gonna rant about how England could have improved. He's like, if we could have done this 50 years ago, why can't you do it now? I like just comes up with the best analogies. It's really really fun to listen to. Ooh, that's a good bouncer. That's a good bouncer. Oh, it's a wide. Never mind. It's a terrible bouncer.
Ooh, yeah. I was hoping that he didn't. I'll take the free run there. I was hoping that he didn't touch it though, because he's been dismissed like that before, where it's like coming over his head and he tries to like. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do that backward scoop shot so he can put it over. It's so dangerous. You're going well. Why do that?
Thing is, if the ball is quicker, that's a lot easier. When the ball is slow, that's when I wouldn't think he should even try that, because it doesn't have the pace on the ball to kind of ramp or scoop it for 4 or 6.
Right.
So just to do that shot for 1 run, it's too risky.
It's too risky. You don't need. You're in charge. You've got more. You're averaging over 10 runs and over. You don't even need that right now. Be smart, man. Be smart. Laughter Express. I actually like the fake cricketers, man. It's actually funny to me. That was easy.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't ask Gabe to block anyone because he might accidentally block Ronell, which happened.
Drive by. I love it. Nick must have trained you well. Like, okay, now this is how you're gonna drive by Gabe. Oh, a great shot there. Dewan now at 43, doing Dewan things. Again, guys, this is what this guy can do, and I think he needed that stability in the opening partnership. It's got to be hard, because this is what happens, guys. If you got an opening partnership and your partner goes down, then immediately somebody else is going to come in, and now they're trying to see a lot of deliveries in order to get right and be able to read the pitch, and they're wasting deliveries. You know what I mean? So Asjad, it's so frustrating that he's had to deal with a season with. Look, let's be honest. Shaw has been bad this season. Bad this season. He hasn't had a lot of help in the opening partnership.
Just imagine, even with that, he's still the 3rd or 4th, like in the top 3 scorers of IPL this season.
I think he's number 2, right? He's behind
KL Rahul.
It's KL Rahul,
then
Orange Cap, Dewan, and David Warner.
Yeah, there you go. And then Ishan Kishan and Quinton de Kock. Yeah, you're right.
Kishan, bro. You know what? So I'm arguing with Nick the other day, as usual. and I'm like just mentioning guys like, you know, it's so unfair that Mumbai is so deep. And he's like, don't forget about Ishan Kishan. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, they can go 7 deep in their batting order. Yeah. Ishan Kishan, I remember the one game he came up, 3 runs short? Or was it? Or what? No, 1 run.
One run. Yeah. And he was caught at the boundary.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, just name it. They keep coming and coming and coming and coming. And you're just like, oh, God, why? Oh.
It's crazy because, like, I remember, and I'm only referencing that documentary because I know we both watched it, the Netflix one. I saw him as a young player in that, right? And I was thinking, oh, he wants to play video games in the night so he can go chill out. And I was,
that's what I thought. And he's not watching his diet. They keep telling him you got to watch your diet. He's like, I eat what I eat. You know what I mean? Like, to me, he looks like such an immature player that didn't take his game seriously. To watch him play this year, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what happens. You mature into a better player, and so I think this is his 2nd or 3rd season in the IPL, right? Which means if Devdutt Padikkal in a couple of seasons, he'll probably be as good, so he can easily get into the Indian side. I'm surprised Ishan Kishan isn't being more knocked on, but I don't know about his other domestic statistics or anything like that in particular. But what I see of him in the IPL, he just impresses. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, that Rashid Khan to Stoinis, that is. Do you know what? I might not even do a video today, and I might just say that's the ball of the match. That is an absolute ball. Like,
here's the problem. He was trying to defend it. He wasn't even trying to take him deep. Rashid Khan is so good. I hate him. He's on my fantasy team. Look, he was just trying to flick it the other way.
Yeah.
What
I just spun enough. Do you know what? Right. Okay. So I'm going to just tell you. So I'm going on this like other podcast in about a couple of days to do my IPL team of the season. So like playing 11 or anything like that. And someone reached out and I was like, oh, that's fine. So we just had a conversation about that. And I'm thinking this is going to be hard to fit 4 overseas players into my team because 3 bowlers, Bolt, Archer, and Rashid Khan, automatically get into it. I'm thinking, who do I put in as the batter?
Listen, you can't do it. Is so tough.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because Bolt has been a revelation.
Yeah.
But
Bolt and Archer at the beginning, Bolt and Archer, then Bumrah at the death, and Archer at the like it's unreal. You've got Rashid Khan in the middle, right? It's so unbelievable. Like I was sitting this morning and I was like, okay, who do I put in my team? And I'd get to 6 players, and then I'll like, oh, I can add this guy, I can add this guy, I can add this guy. I'm like, oh, I have no idea what to do. So I have some thinking to do after the final to kind of get my thoughts right.
You know what? Normally, I like pace bowlers. So my top guys in my fantasy all year long have been Bumrah, have been Rabada, and Archer.
Yeah.
But Rashid Khan, bro, I think it's so tough, man. I would probably say if I were picking them, my bowling, it would probably be Bumrah, followed by Archer, then probably, oh my gosh.
See, Bolt or Rabada or Nortje or Pattinson or maybe Chris Morris, because he did well in half of the games that he played. Oh, what a googly that. Yeah, they can't pick him. Oh, like I would say in terms of the spinners, I would go Rashid Khan and use Yuzvendra Chahal, right? Any day of the week. But then Rahul Chahar does well as well sometimes, right? Like most times, not sometimes, but most of the time, he's a pretty decent bowler. You got Washington Sundar comes back. So it's so difficult to kind of just get 11 in that proper squad. That I just thought I mentioned just to get you thinking a bit about if you want to think about your playing 11, but it's really difficult, isn't it? It's hard.
That is super hard. Here we go. Can we stream? Can I go a stream without a rant about me? John Campbell. Well, did I mention him already today? It's like natural at this point. You know what I mean? Oh yeah,
you don't even notice it. You don't even notice it.
I don't even notice it.
Just a comment, by the way. I don't know if I know we don't talk politics, but thumbs up for whatever happened. Yeah.
I saw the speeches last night. I thought it was huge, and I just think that America needed a change. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with the results. That's exactly where I'll leave it. But I'm happy for the change, and let's see what happens. You know, but definitely, it was election is over finally. There was a lot of stress here. Yeah, we had an election go 39 days actually in 2000 between Bush and
Kerry.
It was Bush
Clinton?
versus Gore. Bush v. Gore, because of the whole Florida debacle. But man, but you know what? I was about to say earlier too, man. If they can get to 100 partnership without a loss, this game is over. And I didn't say it, and I'm glad because I didn't jinx him. But here, you said if he can give you 40 with a strike rate of 150, he gave you 38. It was still a good partnership. It let Dewan get settled, and they're at 89. They're 1 under a 10 run rate because they got 9 overs in the books. They're 1 run over 10.
Yeah,
I'll take
it's like because what their projected score is 196. 196 on this pitch, right? SRH are a brilliant side if they're chasing under 150. Okay, they can quite easily do it, but because there's no Saha, if they get anything above 170, I'm a bit worried about SRH because I know they're a great side, but I'd be a bit worried if DC get to anything above 170. I'd be thinking,
89,
okay, 89.
with
Yeah,
one loss in the in the 10th over, I'll take it.
Whoo.
Oh, Dewan. There goes my 50, and that's my captain, people. That's right.
Seriously.
I kept him.
I dropped him.
He's either my captain or my vice captain. I'll tell you right now. He is my vice captain. Sorry. He's my vice captain. I got David Warner as my captain.
Good call. You know, I have Rashid Khan as my captain, and I dropped Dhawan, and now I had Holder as my vice. So let's see.
I got Rashid Khan as well. I mean, Dewan. Oh, Dewan. I love this guy.
If he gets another 100, right? That's 300s this season.
It's game over.
Yeah, definitely. Right. I'll tell you this. Shreyas Iyer and Hardik Pandya are two of my favorite Indian batsmen just at this very moment. Like the way they hit the ball when they're on song and everything, I just love watching them. But you've got Kohlis and everyone. You know, you have Rohit Sharma, not those guys. Oh, is that a stop? That's a nice stop. That's a good dive as well.
Oh my gosh, that's like the 5th boundary they've saved. This score could be so much worse.
If they didn't stop that, just imagine they're still on 100. They've what 100 for 1 in less than 10 overs. Oh, Abdul Song, good man.
Oh, Renil, I have one as my captain and Rashid as my vice captain. Ooh, Renil, that a girl. I like it. I wanted to go with the 2 top batsmen because these guys are also chasing that orange cap, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to have big games. You know, they're 2 and 3 chasing KL Rahul. That shows you how good KL Rahul's been. He has not
670.
Still up there, people.
Yeah.
He's still up there.
They've learned in the playoffs.
That's the thing. The playoffs. That shows you how good he was this season.
Yeah. Andy 1867 says 220 on the card. You know what? If these guys stay there, I don't see that as not a possibility. That's definitely possible at this point. It's absolute madness.
Rashid Khan has 2 overs. They need to just literally defend, and I'm not even going to blame Stoinis. He tried to defend that ball. If Stoinis had gone for a big hit and got caught on the boundaries or stepped out of his crease, and then he tried to defend it. It was just a beautiful ball. There's nothing you can do there. Nothing.
Yeah. Definitely. Goodness me,
look. They're showing the replay of it right now. That was sickening. That would have got every single batsman out in the IPL.
Yeah, it's just like how does he bowl it? Like the batsman just can't pick him.
They can't pick it up.
Like even when I'm watching it in slow motion, I can't tell you 100% which ball he's bowling. That's the funny thing. Like he's got such good finger. Like he uses his fingers. I don't know if you've seen the video. It's Shane Warne and Rashid Khan bowling together. Have you seen that? Oh, you should react to it or watch it at least. Just put Shane Warne and Rashid Khan, and they're both bowling in Australia, and they're showing everyone how they bowl leg spin and what speed they bowl at and what their different variations are. It's amazing to watch. It's so like the techniques Rashid Khan uses are completely different to what Shane Warne bowls. They're completely different. So you watch Shane Warne do the normal leg spinner, the googly, the flipper, and then you watch Rashid Khan. He's like, everything I do is here. All I do is just use these fingers on my wrist. Yeah. I'm like, just.
Oh, we did react to it. Andy says we did react to it.
Yeah.
I remember them talking about it. And the first thing me and Nick were talking about, and I remember basically that's for those people who've never bowled, that's why it's so similar to pitching. All right. Trade pitches. And literally the difference between a four-seam fastball and in baseball, okay, where you've got your fingers across the seams at the top in this position, and a changeup, instead of having the ball on the tip of your fingers, you're just putting it deeper in your hand. Or a circle changeup where you got your fingers. It's just finger placement, and where you release it. Pressure, inches. That's crazy to me. We got a super chat here by Arca. Thank you for the super chat. Have really enjoyed whenever I watch these streams. You guys have really developed very in-depth knowledge on cricket. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I mean, it has definitely taken a while, and certain things still like elude us. You know what I mean? Like I forget, and I challenge that. You can tell me right now in the chat, guys. Right? We're watching women's cricket yesterday. And I hate when a bowler goes up and a bowler's getting destroyed, but yet they just keep bowling the same ball. And I always say something like, hey, you got to switch it up. Throw a full toss out there, throw a bouncer. But the bowler, Yadav, that was bowling yesterday for the women's team, she's a spinner. They're like, spinners can't throw bouncers. Can't they? Or just don't they?
They don't. They don't.
But they can.
They can't. Oh, yeah, of course. Anyone can bowl whatever they want to. It's just because they don't have that much practice, they probably haven't ever tried to bowl a bouncer. That's the thing. And trying something brand new in an actual game, probably not the best decision. I can't remember. I don't know if it's IPL or what. I've genuinely seen recently a spinner just come up and just bowl a bouncer. Just bowl a bouncer. And it's like the batsman is looking at him. What did you just do? The keeper's like, you didn't tell me you were going to bowl a bouncer. Exactly. This is madness.
But just think about that. Yeah. If you've got that in your back pocket in the arsenal where you're a spinner, and sometimes they've got your spin down, they're reading it, and they're destroying you, right? You're getting pumped for runs. They just hit him with a full toss or hit him with a nasty bouncer. That batsman's not going to, what just happened? You're going to make them uncomfortable. But you can't go up there, just my point is keep bowling the same ball and keep getting destroyed.
Yeah. I think someone in the chats just wrote that Krunal Pandya did that. So, yeah, it was Krunal Pandya. Thank you.
Krunal Pandya did it this year? Yeah. So you can do it. Don't say if you're a spinner, you can't do it. It's just maybe they don't practice it. I like how DC approached this over. Single, dot, single. And all they did was take little singles, nothing.
That's what you do. That's what they need to do.
Rashid Khan has 6 wickets against you guys in 2 games. If you try to take him on and lose this game, everybody needs to get fined on the team or make them run 3,000 laps, okay?
Definitely. Do you know what? There's one thing I wanted to mention when you talked about that bouncer, right? So when you thought about, changing pace and bowling a bouncer if you're a spinner. So there's this Pakistani player called Shahid Afridi. I think you might have seen him just hit some sixes and stuff. He was a pretty decent leg spinner as well. Didn't spin the ball much, but he got wickets. So he used to bowl a fast delivery, and he's a spinner of 128, 130 Ks.
Wow.
As a spinner, right? So he'd usually bowl about 85 to 95, right? And then he'd bowl that quick one. And later down the years, everyone knew he was going to do that. But when he first started doing it, it was just a surprise completely that someone would do that. So I think it's something that some spinners may develop. So Krunal Pandya is a good example. Maybe that's why he's done it, because he realizes if he keeps flighting up the ball, the batsman is just going to come out of the crease and try and smash it every time. Right. As soon as he has that change of length, change of pace, that's when you can surprise them, basically.
And as much as I like spinners, that's why I think I still go with pace bowlers, because spinners can be dangerous, but they can get pumped for runs. And pace bowlers always have that nasty bouncer in their back pocket where they can come at you and really just throw off your whole momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Variation in speed, variation, like any sort of variation when you're bowling can get you a wicket, or can be that X factor, you know what I mean, to get you that wicket.
Ooh, Emil Cumbly used to bowl a lot of bouncers. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you gotta make the batter uncomfortable. And I think yesterday, right, and I know Nick was just giving me a hard time, but listen, when we're talking sports, we're talking sports. And if I'm watching sports, I don't care if it's women's sports or men's sports, I expect the same out of both teams. So he's like, bro, you asked for her to get hurt. I didn't say get hurt. I said hit her. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, throw a bouncer up there. Just try to make her uncomfortable. We don't want her to get hurt, obviously. But that's part of the game, right? When Archer did it to Smudgy and the Ashes, right? That's all part of the game. So not that I'm hoping my kids are athletes. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
I get what you mean completely. It's one thing about, bouncers. So I keep mentioning my experience. So I realized I cannot bowl a bouncer. Even though I was a pace bowler, I just couldn't bowl a bouncer because I couldn't throw the ball hard enough into the ground for it to bounce enough to actually be of any effect. So that could be another reason some people don't maybe try a bouncer. Maybe their back isn't as strong, so there could be certain other aspects to that. But in terms of that surprise, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you that if you have that. So yesterday in that game where you're talking about, if they practiced it, I think they should try it. If they haven't, then I just feel a bit apprehensive about them trying for the first time, and it comes out something else, and it goes for 4 or wides.
Yeah,
or whatever.
not in the game, obviously. But they should be practicing just so they have that in their back pocket. And Natharajan is impressive. Natharajan is very, very impressive. I love his story too, man. Storylines sometimes matter with guys. That's how I fell in love with Jaiswal. In retrospect, I shouldn't have picked him as my emerging player because he didn't get much playing time this year. But the fact that
he was good enough, and his, as you mentioned, his story was really touching. Like the kind of guy who has to go through that, overcome it, then be the highest scorer, I think, in one of the seasons domestically, then be amazing at the Under-19 World Cup. You expect him to be one of the picks for the year, don't you?
You know, it didn't work out, but I stand by that pick. Don Antonio, where it says your wish comes true, Hitmeyer's in this game. Hitmeyer has already affected this game, and I'll tell you why. Because the fact that you have Hitmeyer, that could be your last of the Mohicans. You could put him in there as your 7th, right behind Axar Patel, right? And at least you're figuring, okay, if it comes to the death overs, I want Hitmeyer as a power hitter and the death overs. That allows you to move Stoinis up to 2, and we saw what Stoinis did at 2. So even without playing, Hitmeyer affected this game. But when you don't have Hitmeyer in there and you got Sams in there, you're literally saying, all right, I've shortened my batting lineup, and it puts more pressure on the guys at the top of the order, if that makes sense.
Yeah, completely. Because with Hitmeyer at the bottom, they don't need to think of, Stoinis needs to be number 5 or 6. We need Stoinis at the death as well. If they've got Stoinis at the top, they're like, we've got Hitmeyer who can also be a finisher. Right. See what I mean? So exactly your point. And because of that, that's affected them in a positive way, because Stoinis moved up the order, batted with Dhawan. Shreyas Iyer is going fine, but Dhawan's like 60 off 34, right? That's one almost 190 strike rate. That's madness, right? And he's got this continuous throughout this innings, and I think he's gonna get 100. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm trying not to jinx it.
I hope he does. Gabe, you haven't seen how destructive a spinner can be in subcontinent pitches in tests. That's why teams usually go with 3 specialist spinners. I guess part of that problem is that all the test games we've seen have been in England, so those are more those pitches are more conducive to pace bowling and seam bowling, and that's why guys like Stuart Broad are very good in England. You know, guys like Joshua Archer with the pace. Guys like Holder did really well out there. What do you think about Gabriel? I love Shannon Gabriel from the West Indies, but he's often injured. But I love his pace. I love his delivery.
Right. Do you know what I like about Shannon Gabriel? He looks like a guy who never wants to give up, right? He's got that attitude about him, right? That's his personality-wise. That's what I can tell. In terms of his bowling, he's not as consistent as I would like a player of that caliber to be, because when he's on point, he got Pfeiffer in the first game, didn't he, in the test matches, right?
Yeah.
And he bowled so well. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I always think, who does West Indies have? And he just comes back and he gets 5 wickets in a game. And I'm like, they have Shannon Gabriel. Shannon Gabriel is brilliant. And then he just dies down a bit in performance. Like every first game that he plays for every season or every series, he does a really, really good job. But then when he wants some consistency, he just misses in that. I think he gets injured a bit too much as well. He's got that built, isn't he? He's very, very I don't know if stocky is the right word, but he's really well built.
Very stocky. He got injured twice, as a matter of fact. He got injured in that very first test match, and then in the third test match. You know what I mean? Hitmeyer's not an opening batsman. I know. I don't think he's an opening batsman, but what I'm saying is Hitmeyer allowed the opening batsman to be Stoinis, and 38, that's 2 away from 40. I'll take that. With that strike rate, it worked out. Broad was smashed on subcontinent pitches, and that makes sense. I think that also is a big deal. I was listening to some Crick Buzz. Like, bro, I'm addicted. I'm over here trying to figure out what they're going to do next season. Okay, what is CSK going to do? And I didn't realize that CSK, because of their home grounds, went with a lot of their spinners, but that did not work out in the UAE. So a lot of these teams built their teams for basically their home grounds, which is explains why they have guys like what's this boy's name?
What a shot that by Shreyas. Sorry to interrupt. It's just
that was a beautiful shot.
He split that field completely.
Ooh, beautiful shot.
Ooh. Yeah, sorry, you were saying. So they built their teams around the pitches.
What I can't even remember because he barely bowled this year. Who took the purple cap last year? Tahir, yeah. So Tahir, spinner. They had all these spinners, but now they're in the UAE and the spinners aren't working out, and they just didn't have the pace. You know what I mean? Yeah. But man, I tell you what, this is what you do: attack these guys and play so cautiously when it comes to Rashid Khan, and you should win this game. You should win this game.
Definitely. I think apart from Rashid Khan, no one else has even looked like they can do anything for these guys. So I genuinely agree with that statement. That's what I was going to ask you too. That's what I was going to ask.
Have you thought about you know what? Because if your team is winning, you're doing good. But when your team loses, you get frustrated, and you yourself think, how can I fix this? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm already looking towards next season because I saw the glimpses with CSK. You know what I mean? Guy quad, okay. And now I'm saying, okay, here's a full disclosure, okay? Yeah. And I'll probably get killed for even thinking this way. You know, Johnny Bairstow's gonna get released. He's got to get released. They're not gonna play him next year, right? Why pay whatever he's getting paid, $1 million or $2 million? So if he gets released, why wouldn't CSK pick him up to replace Watson, the overseas player they lost? You know what I mean?
Because and then they have that potential keeper if Dhoni is injured. Have
a potential keeper because Dhoni's getting older. You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense to go with that youth movement and pick him up. But I not much. Other than school, it's school and IPL, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Abed, thank you for the super chat. Much love. Thank you.
What we can do, to be honest, Gabe, if you want, if you guys do have time after the IPL, we could talk about cricket, about India, Australia. If you guys want, that'll be good because that series starts at the end of the month, and it'll be an interesting tour because they've got T20s, they've got ODIs, they've got Test matches. That's a proper tour, in my opinion. They have all three formats. If only they had 5 Test matches, that would have been better in my head. But in general, I think that's a tour that you look forward to, and that's a tour that is definitely worth talking about, at least.
Abhishek, didn't he cost something like $1 million? Johnny Bairstow's expensive, right? He's like $1 million. So they're going to keep $1 million on the bench?
They could do. They have done it halfway through the season. So I get what you're saying, Gabe. I understand. Like, I would tend to agree with you in the sense that I would, if I were a controlling person, I would automatically pick Bairstow out of SRH and put him in CSK, right? But from a logic standpoint, this happened last season as well. So when Bairstow and David Warner started off, and then Kane Williamson came in for a bit, comes and goes. So like in the same vein, I think they'll keep Bairstow because they know how dangerous he can be. And why have a player like that against them? You know what I mean? So it's like holding someone who's that good. Why would you release them if you can keep him under wraps?
I was wrong. They're not going to drop Bairstow. He was 2.5 curves. I thought somebody said he was 7 or 8 curves. Where do I find that? If he was 2.4 curves, then yeah. Why would I give up a player that could be good and he could go to my opponent if I can keep him for 2.4 curves? If he was, I think somebody said 7 or 8 curves, I'm not paying $1 million to have a guy on the bench in case somebody else goes down. I mean, you only have so much money.
Yeah, no, I get that. Completely agree with that.
2.4. How did Burrs go 2.2? How did he go for 2.2 curves? Oh my gosh.
You know what? People underestimate him. They don't estimate. They think. Well, I'm not going to say they because I am in this bracket. I think Butler is better than Bairstow, whatever the stats might say, right? Whatever conditions say, things like that. But from what I see, I think Butler is a better player. So he's gone. I think he's gone for more money, but Abhishek might be able to correct me. But I think he's gone for more money than Bairstow, but they're both extremely good players, right? And English players usually don't go for as much money. Like players like, Maxwell. Thank you, whoever. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So Maxwell went for 11, right? You had Pat Cummins for 15. You had Nathan Coulter for what, 8 or 9, right?
Oh gosh.
So Australians get the money, but English players don't get as much money.
Ooh. Pat Cummins went for, I remember that, $2 million, because I remember doing that in my overview, and they were talking about he was the most expensive player. $2 million. That's a lot of money, man.
That's a lot of money. The good thing is, right? So I found this out. So again, it seems like we're both crick buzzheads, right? Because I remember from last season, they've got this host who's a very knowledgeable cricket mind, Joy Bhattacharya. So he used to be with the KKR staff. I think he was one of the coaching people or somewhere around that setup. So he was like, the way they get paid is actually quite different to what I thought. I thought they just get the 2 million, right? And then they have to play all the matches. The way it works is you get a certain amount of money. You get about 25-30% initially, or 20%. And then the more you play, the more money you get. And they balance it out. And then the rest of the money you get at the end of the season. And it's just a really intricate method of how they pay these players. It's very interesting. So I think maybe that's why they used Pat Cummins a lot. Maybe they used a couple of other players.
Bro, look at this. Stokes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's almost $3 million.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No player's worth that much, bro. It destroys your team. If I got to spend that kind of money on one player, are you kidding me? Wow.
That's crazy.
Or ESPN. That is tough. It is tough. I like ESPN Crick Info, but they don't give you all the in-depth knowledge, I would say. Crick Buzz gives you more, behind the scenes stuff, and they tell you more.
Ooh, that was a good stop. That was a good dive.
Gosh.
That was a great stop. That was a great stop. Kane Williamson. Yeah.
Was that David Warner?
Kane Williamson.
Kane Williamson. I was going to say, David Warner's a really good fielder, man. Really good fielder.
Right. Do you know what? Williamson's not a bad fielder either, but I would never call that a drop in my head. I would say that's a really tough chance. That's like...
No, a one-hander like that?
Yeah.
If he doesn't do this, that's a 4. If he doesn't get a hand on it, that's a 4. So there's no way.
Oh, my goodness, Shreyas Iyer, my friend. What are you doing? Oh.
Gone. And I got him on my team. But listen, Jason Holder, you got him on your team, right?
Yeah. He's my vice captain.
This guy has literally had 2 wickets or better every game that he's played. I don't think there's only 1 or 2 other guys that have averaged 2 wickets a game this season. And 7 now that makes it, I want to make sure I'm right, 16 wickets.
Yeah, let me just check the official numbers. Give me 2 seconds. Jason Holder, 7 games. This is his 14th wicket, I think. Yeah. So that's 7 games, 14 wickets. You've got Bumrah, 14 games, 27 wickets. You've got Jofra Archer, 14 with 20. Yeah, so he's one of the best in terms of a strike rate. Definitely.
Am I saying it wrong? Because somebody said literally no one. Gabe Kurz. Is it Kurz or Kors? Am I saying it wrong?
It's Karor.
Karors. All right.
Yeah.
Karors.
Yeah. But if it's CRS, you can say Kurz if you want. That's fine.
Whoa. Why would they bring in Hitmeyer right now?
It's the last 6. I think they're trying to... I think the thought is that they want to keep that momentum going, even though they have Punt, and I don't think they want to send Rahane right now. That's the reason why they want to get Hetmyer out of the way. Let's see what happens. This is interesting. This is very interesting. It's you can see there's an attacking mindset, can't you?
Yeah,
that they're thinking. Yeah,
but now 100 lakas equals 1 crore.
Yeah. So So 1 lakh is 100,000. 1 million is 10 lakh, and 100 lakh is 10 million, which is 1 crore. So that's the way I kind of used to think about it. That 10 million is 1 crore. So you could think of it that way.
I mean, you're right, right?
Oh, what? Oh, he twisted his ankle.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh. Did his foot get stuck in the grass? I didn't see it.
It looks like when he tried to slide, it got.
Oh,
that's not good.
That's nasty.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Bro, that's how you
That's how you
2 million?
sorry?
2 million?
Oh yeah. Do you not know about this? They
was 2 million? Are you kidding me? Bro, if I were the team owner, I'm suing Cat for my money back. Give me some money back, all right?
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, that does not look good, man. And they need him. That's guard, right?
Guard, yeah.
They can't lose another batsman.
Ooh, ay, man, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. I'm surprised he's not like screaming more.
Bro, bad luck with injuries this year. Gosh.
Oh, Dhawan with a straight drive.
Beautiful. Come on, go for a boundary. No, of course, somebody got there.
Good stop. Only 2.
I feel so bad for SRH. And guys, I said it from the beginning. I'm going for DC. I think they got the best chance of beating Nick's team. But I'm going to read you the list of injuries so far because I was looking at it this morning with the commentary, and I was like, okay, that's just not fair. This is who they have got out this year. Oh, where is the?
I think Mitch Marsh is out.
Mitch Marsh. God, Rashid Khan is so quick, like you said.
Yeah. Like I thought that was going to be a 2. Great fielding.
Yeah, so that's what ESPN Crick Buzz is where they said that he tore his hamstring. So hopefully that's right. But when you look at SRH, man, it's so frustrating with the injuries. Mitchell Marsh, Bouvet, Kane was also hurt. Williamson earlier this year. Zaha, Sankar, and now maybe guard. Jeez, Louise, that's just brutal.
That's half your team. That's half a side, Gabe. Oh, that's a good shot. Hetmeyer with a 4. First ball hits him a 4 through covers. Oh, that's a good shot. When you were away for that like minute and a half, I made a sweeping declaration that Shabazz Nadeem is going to go for the most number of runs in this innings, and he's 44 in 3.4. So it seems like I'm going to be right, but we don't know. The death isn't here yet.
Oh, Nadeem. Is he going to get? Is Nadeem getting Hootie today? Ooh.
No, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is also injured. Yeah, of course. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar for SRH, he's injured. That's the reason why Sandeep Sharma is even getting a shot in the team.
My gosh, they've had such bad luck with injuries. They lost Mitchell Marsh in the first game, didn't they? Jesus.
Yeah. It's like, it's really depressing to see because Mitch Marsh was all right in the England-Australia series.
Yeah, he was.
Thought, he's in pretty good form. And was it in his second or third over, he just pulled up. And he was like, yeah, I can't bowl anymore. I can't do this.
And he just didn't have it in him.
Yeah.
So he went for 6, no Hootie there, guys. Yeah, Bouvet was very big. You feel bad for SRH. Could you imagine if they hadn't lost all those injuries? I mean, I still contend. Oh, free hit.
It's a no ball. It's a free hit.
Hootie! Hootie opportunity. You called it.
Right. Right. One thing I don't understand, and please someone correct me in the chat, how does a spinner bowl a no ball? I have never understood how a spinner can bowl a no ball. if they're not running in, right, to me, it's just a shock. And again, I just don't understand it. Please, someone explain it to me. I just don't get how a spinner can bowl a no ball. It just gets me every time.
Oh, Hitmeyer, please take him deep. Hootie alert.
Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball.
Good ball.
Single. Good ball. So that's 48. 12 and over. 12 and over.
12 and over is expensive. When spinner's foot is over.
I love Arjit Sharma's reply. When a spinner's foot is over the.
Oh yeah. Arjit will hit you with the line, and you just laugh it off, man. Like, oh man.
You know what? I really appreciate that sense of humor.
He's got me a few times. I love the mustache too. Arjit's a man. He's really original. Well, I understand your position. Like, you can see a pace bowler going over because they're running, they run up, it's a timing thing. But if you're spinning, I mean, honestly, there should never be a no ball with a spinner. Come on.
There's a few bowlers which I understand because Rashid Khan runs in, right? If he's running in, it gets, like, I understand. But when you're not running in, when you're just like hopping along, it's just surprising. It's just surprising.
You know who else does that too? Bishnoi. He's got like a really weird run up.
Yeah, he comes from, yeah. He's like, I can't think of an example of any particular bowler, but yeah, he runs in. So I would understand. This
is the game right here. They got to survive this over. This is the game right here.
If there's no wicket in this over, I think DC have done a stupendous job. They're 140 in the 15th, in the 16th. Sorry,
140 for 2, 140 with 2 losses in the 15th over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dangerous right there.
Great job. Honestly, even if they just take a couple of dots, a couple of singles, you've basically reduced the Rashid Khan effect completely, haven't you?
Exactly. And this is the last over. Survive.
Survival of the smartest, not the fittest, but the smartest. Don't smash him. So yeah, exactly, Hitmeyer. Good job. Just take the single. That's all you got to do.
Take the single. Somebody said it's a sin to no ball as a.
yeah. I'm glad that same sentiments. I'm glad about that. I'm glad. Wicket alert by Laughter Express.
Come on. There you go. Single. Just take the singles. 2 more balls. Can they keep their discipline for 2 more balls? No 6 alert, Hardik. No. Who wants them to try to take those big swings?
It's like there's so many of his deliveries, right? You can tell the batsman can't read it.
They can't read it.
They can't read it at all. Like, one thing I think Rashid Khan has done in this game, which is probably because he's trying harder or whatever, but his googly is pitching on leg stump a lot more than he probably would have liked. So, when he's bowling normal delivery, the trick is that if you bowl in the same place, but you spin it the other way, that will bamboozle the batsman, right? But what he's done, I've seen it at least 4 times in this innings, that he's actually bowled it quite wide on leg stump. So it's a lot harder to see. It's a lot easier for the batsman to pick, which is good for the batsman, but bad for Rashid Khan because he's 1 for 26. They literally just took 6 runs off that over because they're like,
that's respect.
Perfect. Yeah,
that's respect. And that's what I'm doing. I am not trying to take you deep. I am going to be content with just taking my singles. No way. This guy is just too dangerous.
Ooh. Gabe, there's a question for you. Who is your favorite batswoman? Sandy B asks.
Ooh. That's tough. After yesterday, what's her name? Her last name.
I am not 100% sure. I hope someone in the chat can correct us. I actually missed the women's T20 challenge completely.
I think her name is Atapathan. She plays for the Supernova. I'm just trying to double check right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Atupathan. She played yesterday.
Is it Atapatu? Chamari Atapatu.
Yeah. And people said, is it supposedly that as a when she was younger, she used to like pretend she was a boy, and she would play with the men, with the U15 team or something like that. You can see she has a beautiful swing, man. Yes. Yeah. Dotun is also very impressive. Dotun impressed me a lot yesterday. Both Dotun and Atupatu. Man. No, that was Shifali. Okay.
It's one bowler I was really impressed with. I can't remember her name. She got 3 or 4 wickets against Velocity a couple of days in the second game. English spinner. Can't remember her name. Goodness me, names elude me today.
Is it not Sophie Ecclestone? Is it?
Yes, it is. It is.
That is, Sophie Ecclestone is now my nemesis. All right, I got a new nemesis. First of all, she is huge. She's like 6 foot yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Over, I forget what's the player that she knocked over, but twice. And I was arguing about it because I'm like, yo, that's an extra run there. If you lose by 1 run, how is that not what do you call it? Obstruction. So people are expanding obstruction, and I get the obstruction rule, but think about it. If as a bowler I can get in your way because I'm going to field the ball and knock you down twice, that's an easy way to steal runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a strategy. But she is really, really good. Yeah. Oh, Hitmeyer.
That's a 6. Hitmeyer, that's what you needed to do.
200 strike rate right now for Hitmeyer. I think you're right. They just wanted to put him out there and let him say, go have fun. Go nuts. Because we still got Pant. We still got Axar Patel, who I love Axar Patel, by the way.
He's genuinely, like, I remember him being more of a bowler than a bat, but even the 2-3 innings that he's played batting wise, he's done a really good job. That previous match against Mumbai Indians 45, he's the reason CSK got kicked out, of the IPL because of that match.
Which hurts. It hurts me.
Hurts, but he's a good player.
Axar Patel. Now, I would disagree with you, and me and Nick argue all the time about stuff, but I always look at it like, yes, he played well, but is he going to do that against Bravo? Bravo went down, man. They weren't expecting that to happen. Yeah. He had that quad injury, or no, it was a groin injury, and he was supposed to bowl that 19th over. It was the 19th over, right?
20th over, last 20th over. Yeah.
What do you do? You're CSK now. You've used everybody. It just really puts you in a bad position. So, I mean, it was tough luck, but sometimes things like that that's just brutal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can survive an injury like that in the first over and the middle overs, but when it's the last over and the guy that you saved for the last over is hurt, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, it's unlucky, but again, I'm trying to not open already kind of closed down wounds. So let's be positive. Let's see if CSK wins next season. Okay.
6-footer, man. As soon as I looked at her, I was like, she's towering above these other players, man. She's huge, which is maybe that looked so bad when it happened, but she knocked the player down twice as the player's trying to run to the other side and get the extra run. I'm like, oh, she is. Look her up online. She's a 6-footer.
Huge, especially because like in cricket, a lot of the women's cricketers aren't really like 6 foot, 6'5", etc. Like in men's cricket, they are. Like Jason Holder's huge, Stuart Broad, Ishant Sharma, etc. Like, but for women's cricket, it's kind of not a surprise, but there's not that many, which is why when you saw that obstruction, you probably thought, oh, why is she like obstruct? Because that dynamic looks a bit different. But if you watch
a player out there, she looked like a rugby player out there. Just put a shoulder into her, man.
If you watch, like, for players from Pakistan playing against, West Indians or South Africa or Bangladeshis, not all of them, but a lot of them playing with England, Australia. So a lot of the, let's put it this way, not counting Australia, but a lot of the West is a lot taller in that sense. So when you see that comparison, Mitchell Starc, when he bowls to a guy like, I don't know, just Pakistani guy, Asad Shafiq, who's about 5'6", right? 5'7" or something like that.
Right.
If that dynamic is completely different. His good length delivery is a bouncer to him, right?
Right.
So if he gets in the way, I completely understand where where you might come from saying that is obstruction. I think there's a strict like rule behind it.
I was like, listen. But not the Rotten has bowled 64 Yorkers this season, the most. I like him. I like Not the Rotten a lot, man.
I think he's done exactly what you were talking about really, really early on in the season, that you need people to bowl Yorkers, right? And he's one of those guys who's actually performed and bowled those Yorkers. Is this 65? He said 65.
65.
That's madness, right?
Yep.
And he hasn't played every game. I think he's not played every game. So that's at least around about 4 or 5 Yorkers a match when people don't even bowl one in their bowling. So it's really
that's madness when they don't bowl at least one.
Yeah, definitely.
At one time, England team had 5 fast bowlers who were all 5 feet 4 inches. Yeah, that's
no idea.
I'm taller than that, and I'm a short dude. You know what I mean? But anyone remember production
on Sachin Tendulkar?
On Sachin, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what?
Han with the drive-by. Gabe is ranting because Sophie Ecclestone is taller than him. My wife's actually taller than me. My wife's part Hawaiian, part Mexican. She's on the Hawaiian side, and Hawaiians can be very, very, very tall. Her mom is actually 5'10", almost, 5'10". Savannah's about 5'8" almost, because I'm like 5'7", so she's just slightly taller than me. But Hitmeyer with a
shot,
beautiful shot.
See, that's what he's doing. He's picking the fast bowlers, and he knows what he needs to do. His strike rate is above 200. It's above 200.
Because Nick swears, I was arguing with him already this year. In my opinion, DC was going well. And think about when their losing streak started.
Yeah.
The Rashid Pant injury was so huge because that means they had to go with another wicket keeper. And it was Alex Carey, which means international. So you had to pull Hitmeyer out. Go out, get out.
Oh, that's 4. That's four.
What a
just
ball.
Missed it. He just missed it.
4. But so when for those 2 games, it was actually 3 games that they went 2-1.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because of that one Pant injury, because now Hitmeyer couldn't play. And I'm telling you, last game, no Hitmeyer, they lose again. You need his back. You need his back. I don't know what they were thinking, especially against Mumbai.
Yeah.
Are you thinking they're not going to put up 170, 180 in their suit? Come on, man.
It's crazy. One thing I've been kind of unimpressed by is as soon as Pant's come back, he's not performed.
He doesn't look right.
He doesn't look right. I don't know what it is.
The game, and then when he came back, Gabe, I was taller than you when I was 12. Most people are. Most kids are. You give it women. Thank God. I thought women only like men over 6 feet. Stop it. No. Listen. That's a myth. That's a myth.
It's fake news.
Fake news. Pollard. Look at that strike rate. Ooh. Crazy
strike rate. Wow.
What's crazy is, did you see Mumbai has 3 of the top 5 strike rates?
Yeah.
God, it is disgusting. It's an embarrassment of riches over there, bro.
I'm telling you, if they don't win, that'll be the surprise.
That'll be the story if they don't win.
However much I want however much I want MI to lose, it's very unlikely that that's going to happen. That one with a 4 as well. Holder's getting close. 45.
Oh, please hit him for a 6. Please.
The one day I put him as vice. Goodness me. One day he gets back.
And I'm a Holder fan. I'm a West Indies fan. But right now, I want that Hootie. I need it.
Goodness, man.
Gabe, you are raking in fantasy points. I think I am. I haven't checked in a minute. I should be, though. Come on, Hootie him. 2 balls. 2 balls. I need 4.
Oh, that's a good Yorker. That's a brilliant Yorker. Oh, that's a good Yorker.
Get back, get back. What is he doing?
Well done, Holder. Well done.
Beautiful.
Still took a single. Still took a single. Stole
I couldn't believe he took that.
He's like, Hetmar's like, nah, I'm going. You have to run. I'm going.
I was already going. Like, oh my God.
I'm just going to check my fantasy points, what I got today. It's not going to be pretty, telling you.
That's dangerous there by Hitmeyer, but it is what it is. Jordan or Dinda or Rajput. You know what? I do not want to besmirch any player's name. That's why we'll just call it the Hootie line. However, Udacat. Udacat got $2
Oh, snap. That's a shot. Hitmeyer.
Oh, he got hootied. Oh, Jason Holder. And I was praising you so much. Oh, it doesn't matter if it was a 5 or a 6, guys. He got hootied.
That's
go take a shower.
4. I'd call that a 4. I think that's
nope. That's bad. That's a 6. Give me my 6. Give me my 6.
Hey, whatever you get, it's still gonna be 50, Gabe. Still gonna be 50. So you're fine.
The Holder line. The Holder line. Oh man. Come on.
Yeah, Hetmeyer's playing a gem. Nepal today, definitely. Hetmeyer is doing exactly what DC wanted. Definitely.
Oh, I can't wait. You know what? I don't want to jinx it, but I can't wait to tell Nick. Yeah, Hitmeyer's not. He's garbage because he's like he bats so late. He bats so, but just having him is a weapon.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Holder with the movie.
Right. What do you think? I'm saying 4 because I think it bounced just behind it.
I say 6.
Okay. Let's do this. Oh, it's given 4.
In the chat, 6 or 4. 6 or 4. And no, that's all right.
Still got this big Holder got smashed for the most number of runs. I was wrong. I thought Shabazz Nadeem would.
Depeche, Gabe, please find my comment in the chat. It's a fun fact. Depeche, thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to find your comment, Depeche. If not, put it out down there again. I mean, and I'll go ahead and read it. Let's see if I can go back that far and find it. Man, Holder with a hootie today.
1 for 50. 1 for 50 in his 4 overs, right?
He was expensive.
Very, very expensive. Like, look at Rashid Khan. 1 for 26 in his 4. And then the other 2. Oh, Dhawan with a shot and a half. And, oh my God.
That took in deep. Oh, what just happened? Rashid Khan with a drop. Wow. That's a huge drop. That's a huge drop.
It's the second drop I've seen him make this entire season, but this is the easiest catch for him I've seen this entire season.
It's a sitter. What was he doing?
Right, what's he doing? He's tracking the ball. He's doing what you were talking about.
You took your eyes off of it. Catch it here, not here. But I'm done with that argument because people continue to kill me on it. All right.
I understand your point.
So deep. He got to be upset.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, what a hootie.
Right, so Dhawan's probably gonna get 100.
I'm hoping. Warner's face. Yeah, Warner's face is like, oh my God.
It's like he's my best fielder. If he can't catch it, right? Then who else has a chance? SRH in bowling.
See, you have to bring your eyes down when you get it. You just that little.
Is that out? Yeah, that's out.
No.
Out. Why is he trying to play a reverse sweep? Why is he trying to play that? It's a full toss.
Why? I needed that.
I think it was a bad shot. It was a bad shot. Sorry, Kush Bagdi. I didn't mean to jinx it. I didn't mean to jinx it.
Yes, send me your comment again, man. I can't find it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't think that's out. I think that's impact outside.
That's impact. Why won't they challenge it?
Why haven't they challenged? Why didn't he challenge it? That's surprising. I don't think they've already used a review, have they?
That was not out. No, they haven't used a review. I just think they're comfortable with their score, and they got other guys still to come. But he should have challenged it.
Yeah, definitely. Pantonian dismissal coming up. Okay.
You know what? Once again, umpire, you suck. Oh my God.
Right.
You know what? I tried not to abuse the umpires today. I did. Oh my God.
Right. This guy who's the umpire, Paul Rifle, he used to be a pace bowler for Australia, right? And I remember watching him, and I've never seen him make such bad umpiring calls in a while now, since he became an umpire. He's the guy who kind of stopped giving that wide when Dhoni said, "Why are you giving that wide?" So he's the same guy. The same guy.
He's a horrible umpire. That dude right there, bad at life. No, we cannot go for Pantonian dismissal. If you don't get to 200, this is gonna. You need 200 at this point.
Yeah, impact outside. Yeah.
Impact outside. Oh, you horrible umpire!
Why didn't you review Shikhar, man?
Shikhar, that one should have.
That's a bad call. David Shepherd was a really good umpire. Sandy B says David Shepherd, best umpire. I used to like Steve Buckner as well, but I think people didn't appreciate him as much, but I just enjoyed the way he was entertaining, very slow in giving his wickets. He'd wait like 10 seconds before giving out. It was hilarious.
Where did you got it from? We were watching the video, he was like, yeah. Just forever, dude. Jeez. I would hate that as a player too.
Yeah. It'd be like panicking because you're appealing for what? For about 10 seconds, you're like, okay, I give up now. And he's like, yeah, now I'm going to give you out.
Up there all day long. The funniest appeals video was one of my favorite I did, though. With Nick. That was hilarious, bro.
Thing is, you've got guys jumping up and down around the crease. And there's this out. Go on, yeah.
I would give up half my salary if I was a cricketer because I'd appeal everything, bro. I would half my salary would go. I'm telling you, bro, real quick, they'd be like, yes, that was your 16th appeal, and we're only in the third game of the season.
No, that's your 16th appeal, and this is your 16th ball.
Appealing everything, bro.
There's this umpire. I think he doesn't umpire anymore, but Simon Taufel was one of the best umpires. He got the award from the ICC like 2-3 years running. Aleem Dar was really good as well. There's a few really good umpires. There's a few mediocre ones, and then there's just bad ones.
Some historically bad ones.
Yeah.
Historically bad.
So this guy, so Paul Rifle, basically. Let's put him in that bracket now.
Do you think that this would be a better strategy against Mumbai Indians? Put Pant in there at 4. Put Hitmeyer at 4, Pant at 5, and Axar Patel have him be your closer, so to speak.
Right. Okay. The only reason I think they might not do that because if Hitmeyer comes to bat, they have Bumrah, right? Who is absolute genius. So they don't have anyone like Bumrah's caliber. So if they're attacking and they've already been attacking the entire way through and it's been working, right. Hitmeyer coming in makes sense. I think as soon as Hitmeyer comes in, Mumbai would probably just put Bumrah on and he'll get the wicket. That's the type of bowler Bumrah is. That's the thing. Another thing is that if they have been attacking and it's been working, then I understand. What are you doing, Rishabh Pant, man?
Oh my God!
Can you not just drive the ball? Drive the ball through extra cover, get a single, right? Just play a normal shot. Goodness me.
Pantonio dismissal, bro. He's looking for that Pantonio.
He missed it. Completely missed it.
I mean, but he'll normally give you 20 runs on 10 balls and then get dismissed. Silly. But come on, Pant.
Oh, goodness me. Even Hepmeyer's like, at least I can touch it with the bat if I try and play that shot. Oh, my goodness. This over is not that bad so far. It's 3 runs off 3 balls, right? They're not getting to 200.
I think it's smart because Natarajan has a knack for getting wickets. He's actually on my team. So don't necessarily try to take him deep. You're at 185. If you get singles the rest of the way, you can still get close to 200. Maybe one boundary there in the 20th over. You know, oh no, this is the 20th over.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The last 2 overs, there were 176 at the end of the 18th. So in the last 2 overs, they won't. What are you doing? Pant, man. Yeah, this guy just can't hit the ball properly. That's 10 runs of 10 balls, basically, they've done. Like
so bad.
Yeah.
He looks so bad right now. I don't get Pant. Guys, he is so frustrating because you know he's got 100 in him, and then he can do this kind of stuff. Gosh.
Just me. He's making me feel bad for DC when I'm trying to support SRH. I don't want to feel bad for the opposition.
If I'm Hepmeyer, I'm keeping the strike. I'm not getting the strike.
Yeah, that's 2 balls. Get a 2. Get a 2. Don't go for the single. Get a 2. Run back. Good call. Good call. Face the last ball yourself. That's 42 of 21. 200 strike rate. He's done exactly what Pant should be trying to do. But Pant
exactly. Abhishek said he's bad. Accept it, Gabe. You know what? I am coming to that conclusion where maybe he was just a flash in the pan. He's got a lot of talent, but he's undisciplined, and I don't know, man.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. I'll tell you this. This is something I didn't know earlier. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the chat. But I think Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant played in the same under-19 squad with Ishan Kishan as the captain and potentially the keeper. I don't know if he was the keeper or not. So why not choose Ishan Kishan? He's batted brilliantly. Just in general, like, this is for India. This isn't for... That's a Yorker and a half. That ball was beautiful. It missed the off stump by like this much.
Wow.
This much. Goodness me.
They stole the run on that. 189, you know what? The way this game started off, 189 is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's... all right, okay. It's all right. I wouldn't say it is the best. Like, you remember 10 overs ago, we were like 220 is possible.
Yeah.
And they were going at 10 and over at the end of the 18th. And they pulled it back, literally. Like, they pulled it back.
They did.
It's brilliant.
Some great death bowling. I mean, Dewan probably should have contested that ball, but I'll take 189. Now you have to... Here's the thing. What are you going to do? Are you putting the same partnership out there as last time?
They shouldn't. They need someone else with David Warner.
I'm going with David Warner, and oh man, not because that's too early for him.
I would actually, to be honest, I wouldn't mind David Warner and Kane Williamson at the top. I think Manish Pandey at 3 is settled. I don't want to put him as an opener. Goswami, I haven't seen much of Goswami, so I honestly have genuinely no idea about Goswami. Who knows? He might be the best batsman in the world. I just haven't seen him.
I know that this will be his second game because he hasn't played at all this year, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
I'm going David Warner with Kane Williamson. David Warner with Kane Williamson open.
Dude, so I'm having a monster fantasy day, and I still can't catch up. I got 245 so far, 150 on.
Wow.
I got 29 from Rashid Khan. Natarajan did nothing for me. Rahane did nothing for me. He may get a catch. He didn't even get the bat. But here's a crazy thing. The person I am chasing, number 17, also having a monster day. So
I got 112, Gabe. So I'm way behind in this race. I'm still in the 70s. I haven't exceeded better because I use my transfers too quickly. That's what I've done. I haven't thought about it in much detail. And I'm thinking, do the final. I think you have to use the already existing transfers, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I've got one transfer left. I've got 0 transfers left, not just one. Okay, never mind. I've got this team, right? Whatever team I've got. At least I'm in the top. If I'm in the top 100, I'm happy. There's 200 people in it. That's above 50%. I'm okay with that.
Look at that Laughter Express. Oh, you're chasing me now. How dare you? That's funny. That's funny.
Right. Sandy B asks, McGrath or Stain or Bond or Lee? Oh, McGrath. Well, actually, it depends which format, but I'd go McGrath if it's test matches. Possibly Stain or Lee for one-dayers, even though Bond was amazing. So these are basically, I don't know if you've seen Shane Bond of New Zealand. He's a really good fast bowler. I think he's Mumbai Indians bowling coach, I think. Brett Lee, it was his birthday, I think, today or yesterday. You've heard of Brett Lee, I think, and Glenn McGrath. Brilliant bowlers. Dale Steyn is just a legend and a half.
Gabe, why are you so bad at reading chats? Because reading is not my strength, guys. Okay.
So,
big words.
Gabe, I didn't ask what do you teach, or what are you a teacher of?
Elementary, you teach the basic 4 content. So language, English language, arts, science, social studies, math, and
subjects you don't do much of.
Oh, writing. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? And writing.
Right.
And then, health is taught through PE. Then we got specialists that go to teach, different subjects like computers, library, music, art, things like that.
Okay, that's pretty cool, to be honest. I think do you know what? Because I used to be a private tutor a while ago, and during university and everything. And I used to, one of the hardest things for me was trying to deal with kids between the age of 6 and 10. So I just couldn't, when I was teaching them, they'd have short attention spans. I don't know if you've experienced, right? So when it's a 6, 7-year-old, all they want to do is play. And they really don't want to study whatsoever. So you have to try and come up with ideas to get them involved. And luckily for me, one of my students, he liked cricket. So I used cricketing examples in almost everything. So he'd want to kind of study. I think that I'm actually very impressed by yourself and Nick. If you're teaching elementary school, right? Those kids are just very, very interesting to handle. Let's put it that way.
They have short attention spans, so you have to kind of chunk it in digestible pieces. You got to remember that they're kids. You got to make it fun, And I think the one thing you never want to do is, I personally don't make school or associate any kind of negative connotation with school. So if a student misbehaves, I'm not going to give them more work to do, because now you're making that correlation between work and as a punishment. You should never do that way. So I try to make things fun, and at the same time, what I try to do is make sure, like if I'm going to teach a subject, I'm going to get them engaged before I even start teaching the subject. So I use a lot of digital media. I show videos. If I'm doing history, sometimes or I'll come in dressed up as a person, and I'll be like, all right, guys, guess who I am? And now they're all trying to guess or whatever. Oh, you're Abraham Lincoln, you're, whoever. They just, if I put on like a fake beard, and a hat, they'll be like, oh, that's Abe Lincoln, or that's Thomas Jefferson, or this person, or that person. And you try to keep it fun for them so that they want to learn. And as long as you make it a positive thing, I always believe that you've won the battle at that point.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you. Cheers.
Read my previous comment. Yep, I came in as Lincoln one time, guys. Here it goes. I found it. Last year in RCB, Mumbai was 6. RCB versus Mumbai, 6 was needed at the last ball. They took 2 and lost, but it was a no ball by a mile and was not called. So they would need 3 from the last ball with A.B. de Villiers on 70. Cost us the season. Guys, bad umpiring. I keep saying it. There's just bad umpiring. And you know what? That is one thing I will say. between cricket fans in general and American sports fans, you guys are way, and I mean way more forgiving than we are. Umpires here get the business. They get the business. Most umpires shut down their social media accounts, bro, because they get unrelentlessly, bro. You know what I mean? Like, honest, do your job. Now, you could speak to this, Asjad. Supposedly they don't make a lot of money because in the States here they make money, man. These umpires are making $200,000 a year. I'm an educator with a master's. I don't make $200,000. And you get paid to go on TV and blow. I could blow that. I could make that call. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Do your job. Oh, I hate umpires.
Two things I've realized: umpires and drop catches. Those are the two vices that you have that you just don't want. As soon as you see that in the game, I'm ready for a rant from you to kind of go all out and just destroy him.
You know what? You know how Dante's Inferno, right? Where you got your own personal version of hell, right?
Yeah.
Mine would be umpires all day long and drop catches, okay? It'd be me trying to catch the ball and they would dip my hand in Crisco or olive oil so I can't get a grip. It'd be me trying to catch a ball with buttery fingers or oily fingers and the umpire and me bowling consistently taking the wicket and the umpire just not giving me the finger, just I'm appealing. That is it. My infinite appeal. It would be an eternal appeal. Instead of pushing a rock up a hill, I'm going to be infinitely appealing for and the umpire's like,
right, Gabe, the chat is going absolute mad for justice for Depeche. Comment, super chat. So
did I miss a super chat? I probably did. Depeche, put your comment on, man. I don't see it.
It's all the way up there when I asked a question. I'm sorry, Depeche. I'm so sorry. Oh, where is it?
You don't need to be sorry. That's me, man.
No, it's all right.
Gabe, he's like, Gabe, what's up, Depeche? Talk to me. Is it this one? No. I'm going through all the Depeche comments. Is it this one?
It might be that.
No one missed his neck. No, I'm joking. Nick, it runs a lot smoother with Nick's here, guys. I don't know what to tell you. He's a professional amongst us.
Oh, Nick's great with super chats. Literally 2 seconds in, there's super chat. He's like, "There's a super chat, thanks, guys." And I'm thinking he's just on point. On point.
He is. I get distracted too easily. I'm like, what's that cartoon where the dog is like squirrel?
Oh.
Depeche. Let's see how long. Where is it? It takes for him to see it. I'm telling you, Depeche, I can't find it. No.
On StreamYard, you can't go higher up than a certain point, so it's kind of stuck.
After a certain point, you can't go back up.
So
I love myself.
Furthest we can go is like 6 minutes ago, Depeche. So
I loathe myself.
Oh,
wait a minute. Delhi closed all curry duck restaurants. That's actually a good one. Hashtag justice for Depeche. Sibley or Crawley? Sibley.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'd go Sibley. I'd go Sibley as well.
How you see many people are talking about? Because I am a heathen. Hashtag justice for Depeche. I could not find it, Depeche. I'm sorry. Put it back up and I will definitely show it.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, right? Okay, Gabe. I'm there. I'm waiting. Brunel said I sent it 200 times.
He said you should eat crow with salsa.
Crow?
You know, I've eaten so much crow this year. Honestly, just tastes like chicken, bro. No, I'm joking. No crow. Oh man, but you know, it is. What's the difference? Think about it. Quail, right? eating quail, eating a duck, it's really close to eating crow, man. So if I had to, I could think of worse things to eat than crow. Just saying. It's a bird, man.
What do they do? Are they taking a group photo? They're taking a team photo, aren't they?
What are they doing?
They're probably that's interesting.
They haven't won the game yet.
They're like, we've already won. We've already won the championship. Let's take it. It's just in case. It's just in case they win. So for that reason, so whoever gets forward from here, it's just to see if they can get that photo now. In case they win, they don't need to sit them all back, and they can have an instantaneous picture in the papers or articles or wherever they have it.
That is, I hope they did it with both teams because that's disrespectful. Gabe, read my comment. Hold on. Maybe there is no Depish. Hashtag mind blown. Depish, man, get it, Gabe. Oh, you guys out of control. You guys out of control. Gabe, read my comment. I'm looking for your comment, Renell. I send it 200 times. That one? I didn't see it.
I'm sending it to you, Gabe, at 3:57. Well, at 57 minutes past, so 4 minutes ago.
You found it?
No, all I can find is the one where Renell said, I'm sending it to you, Gabe. And from that point onwards, it's like, no, not this.
I like this comment, though. Every ball Cummings bowled this season was $4,600.
Wow. That is madness.
$4,600.
That is a lot of money.
Hashtag pricey ball.
Oh, goodness me.
Dude, you gotta
Justice for Depeche trending on Twitter.
Justice for the fish. Oh man. Last time it was justice for Renil, because I accidentally tried to block somebody else, and I blocked Renil, man. And the chat was really lit that day.
Yeah, that was.
Man. I think 50 people DM Nick and said, "Get this guy out of here. What's going on?" Nick was sending out, was accepting applications for my position. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he didn't get back to me about those.
I was like, "Oh, what's going on, bro?" I was like, "Nick, you take this position." Oh man. All right. We're getting ready to start now. Ooh, walking out. David Warner, and who is that with him?
Is that Manish Pandey? I don't know. I kind of just missed it. Let's see.
I saw who it was, but I couldn't see the back of his jersey.
Is that Priyan Garg?
It's somebody who's tall.
It's Garg. It's Priyan Garg, I think.
Did he break his ankle?
Well, it looks like he didn't. Clearly, he's going to do something mad today. This is an interesting tactic. To be honest, in the chat, please tell me if Priyan Garg has opened before at all. I don't genuinely know.
You know what, though? I'll take it over putting a rookie who got literally 0 on 3 balls last time, who is a third wicket keeper. You know, I'll take it. Right now I'm confused because Garg looked like he might have broken a toe. Turning point, I can't find your comment. Put it up and I'll read it right now.
I think his comment was, Gabe, read my comment.
Oh, comment is your comment. Nice.
I'm trying to go as far back as I possibly can. I think the last one I
can't even pronounce names properly. How does he teach English? Well. It took a long time.
I can't believe they actually asked that question.
Oh, bro. Dude, the chat is ruthless, bro. It's no holds bar in here. Other than there's only 2 things we really don't talk about in here. You know what I mean? Politics and religion. Other than that, everything is on the table. Trust me. Everything's on the table. Nick and I know when we do drive-by and we put players on blast, we're gonna get put on blast. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was almost caught as well.
Oh, wow.
Almost
Almost
caught.
caught there.
Right,
Almost
Garg
taken by
first
Umpire.
ball. That's what you get from Garg on his first ball, which is fine. Ashwin's just a beast, isn't he?
I wanted to take Ashwin today, but I couldn't afford him.
He's a really good player. It's hard to get him in. It's hard to get him in if you've got some other players at 9. I think it's 9.5 or something like that, isn't it?
Somebody said, so it was just his toes. No big deal. Yeah, you don't need toes to play. You kidding me? Yeah, conspiracies are welcome here in CFA Nation. Here's a conspiracy. All these umpires are blind. They're legally blind. I think they can't see color.
Ooh. You know what? With what Paul Rifle's been doing, right? I don't want to doubt it. I don't want to doubt that.
Oh, man.
I have the best in my fantasy team, Charlie Cobb.
I have the best on my fantasy team. Oh, man. No fantasy puntos for you today.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, what a shot.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh.
What a six. That's a sweet shot.
You guys are right. He doesn't need toes. He doesn't need toes.
Oh, without toes. That's why he doesn't need to run, Gabe. That's the thing. Doesn't need toes to run. He can just balance on his foot. Oh, man.
Ooh. You know.
Smash that. Because, like, the thing is, Ashwin's spinning into him, right? And he picked, I think he picked that one and he just smashed that. I hope he can stay there and play like he's doing in the first couple of balls that he's bowled.
Right.
Ooh, that's a wide. Ooh, that's a wide.
Dude, Pant is so funny, though, behind as a wicketkeeper. He is non-stop talking, bro.
Yeah.
Super annoying. I love it.
He's like an old school wicketkeeper who just does not shut up in the background. All he does is sledges the batsman, or he just talks to him. He's like, "Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, having a good day. You gonna hit this ball? You gonna do this? No, okay, right. You can defend it if you want. I'm okay. I'm here for a catch." It just keeps talking and talking and talking. It's if we could hear all the things on the mic, right, it would be amazing because some of the conversations they have is just brilliant.
Bro, they had NFL players mic'd up, right? It was a big thing, and they stopped because the FCC kept getting the NFL in trouble because emotions go out. So guys drop some choice words, and this is live television, so there's no way to edit it out. And guys were dropping F-bombs and all kinds of stuff. It was hilarious, man.
They used to do that when T20 initially started, and they did it in the IPL as well, right? So there's one really famous one I can think of from the top of my head. Is Kevin Peterson is in the commentary booth and he's talking to Manoj Tiwari, I think. And this is like a few years ago, so like 3-4 years ago. And Dhoni's the wicketkeeper. And he goes up to him and Kevin Peterson's like, "Oh, tell Dhoni XYZ." And he tells Dhoni whatever Peterson said. And Dhoni goes, "You're still my first test wicket." And it's just hilarious. Honestly, if you find it, just put Kevin Peterson and MS Dhoni. It's absolutely hilarious. And I don't know why they've stopped doing it. It could be the COVID situation. Could be that they stopped a couple of years ago. But I used to really enjoy, like Shane Warne, just before he bowled, if he was mic'd up, he would say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to bowl this delivery. I'm get him out this way." And then he'd bowl that delivery and get him out this way. So it's like mind blown that.
I was looking at this chat. New Zealand batsman Martin Guptill is missing 2 toes.
I have no idea. That makes his batting even more impressive.
That is very impressive.
Thanks, Jihan. I had no idea.
You know, that's going to affect your footwork not having toes, people. I think toes are important. Just saying.
Good morning, Arav. Welcome to Cricket for Americans.
1 over, and they already got 12 runs. Wow.
Is that 6? Is that 6 that Garg hit? Absolutely crucial. What can he do? Oh my goodness!
What a ball! Oh,
what a Yorker! Oh, okay, yeah. Delhi's winning. He's just taking a wicket. Delhi's winning.
Rabada said, "Who said I can't take wickets in the Now that hurts because that's my captain. But Rabada said, "Who said I can't take wickets in the power play?"
Rabada, I'm so sorry. I said that. I think this is his second wicket in the power play or third wicket, something like that.
Oh, Rabada.
What a ball that. Do you know what?
Purple cap back.
That's what I was going to say. Like, that is
I think he wants his purple cap back.
Oh, it swung it. Oh, goodness me. Do you know what? I dropped Rabada.
What? Hey, do me a favor. Can you let me know who you don't want for the championship game? So I can go against you, because holy cow, you made some bad decisions.
Oh, I made some bad decisions today. Goodness me. It's like I thought.
Right now it's 12 for 1 loss. We're only in the second over, so 1 over in the books. Rabada just got a huge wicket. David Warner out. That's a problem. Because you know this is Saha. He has a torn hamstring. This is I don't want to say game over, but this is a problem. Manish Pandey's under immense pressure coming in the opening partnership right now. Oh my gosh. And breaking news. All right, cricket for us 2.0. All right, Asjad drop Rabada from his team. Did you drop somebody else?
Man.
The one, right?
Yeah, the one and Rabada, and I got Holder, right? I put Holder on my side, and can't remember. I think I put Goswami as my keeper.
Oh boy!
Something I can't remember.
Breaking news! Yeah. Everybody, check out his lineup so you can stay. He don't got any moves left. All right,
so I'm done.
Find his lineup and stay away from that lineup in the championship game.
Wow!
He's like Nick. Super chat. Sup? Thank you, Sup. Sup says, as a wicket keeper, you are taught get to know the batsmen. You talk to them and get to second guess themselves. You know what? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense as well. In baseball, and I guess it's not like this because you already mentioned it. In baseball, do you know that the for the most part, pitchers don't choose what to throw? It's the catcher.
Really?
The catcher. The idea
so the
is
1, 2, the 3 that they do.
Yes, that's the catcher telling the pitcher what pitch to throw. Because I am standing I am literally standing, inches away from this batsman. Yeah. So I'm seeing what he's doing. I'm seeing if he's putting all his weight on his back foot or if he's looking like he's gonna lean toward the outside of the plate. I can see things that you can't see from 60 feet away, which is where the mound is, 60 feet, 6 inches. So usually it's the catcher. Now you'll see sometimes pitchers will shake it off and no, I don't want to throw that pitch. I don't feel good about that pitch. But for the most part, it's the catchers that call the game.
I think the difference in cricket, the bowler usually does it, but you do have certain wicket keepers who, because they've got that mindset, right? They know what potentially to bowl. So they have some, this is back in the late 90s, but they used to just say, because the batsman can't see what the wicket keeper is doing, right? They're just like, okay, do this. They put their arm out to say bowl it wide or bowl a different delivery and things like that. So they had code words and things to kind of help guide the bowler of what the keeper thinks the batsman's going to do. That's really interesting. I had no idea it was predominantly the catcher in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got plays set up already to say, if I do 3, that means you do this specific one to this batsman and things like that.
In spring training, before the season even starts, spring training, pitchers and catchers report first. And part of that reporting is getting their rapport down so that the pitchers and catchers get to work together. You get to see what the pitcher throws, how it breaks, especially if you're a new catcher. But literally, catchers have the most work to do because they have to go through the other team's whole lineup along with the pitcher and plan, how are we going to attack this guy? How are we going to attack this guy? How are we going to attack this guy? And they're also doing that with relievers because you got to know what those relievers like to throw. What's their best pitch against a right-hander or a left-hander, against a power hitter, against a slap hitter? You know what I mean? It's a lot of work to do. Catching is honestly one of the easiest ways to get to college from high school and college to the pros, because you cannot keep every team keeps every team carries at least 3 to 4 catchers. It's a valuable position.
Oh, what a shot! Pandey.
He's
What
on
a
my
straight
team.
drive. Goodness
He's
me.
on my team. I'll take that.
I hope he's on my team. I'm not even checking anymore. Norkia first ball's basically in the slot and he just punches it down. Good shot. See, Manish Pandey needs to get a century. If not a century, he needs to get 80 for SRH to have a shot. He needs to stay there.
I would say Pandy, yeah, he's got to stay, and it's got to be between him and Kane Williamson. They both need to get at least 50.
Yeah.
That takes pressure off of everybody else. Then you're only asking for guys to get, 20 apiece, 10 apiece, 15 apiece, and that's doable. But if you lose Pandy...
Oh, there's a super chat. Sorry, there's a super chat. I'm telling you now. By Sup. Keep going up. It said, I don't know how to... I don't think I can put it onto the page. Or on,
Is it the one I read already?
It's the one from Sup. It says, as a wicketkeeper, you are taught to get to know. That's the last one I found.
Yeah, I read that one.
Okay, never mind. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
You're good. Go ahead and check this one out right here. The Dude Law. What do you think about these balls? Because I know you have that section on your channel for the best balls of the season. Do you agree? Boomer's Yorker to Dewan, Natharahans to ABD, and Rabada to Warner.
Yep, I was genuinely going to mention Rabada to Warner in my review if I do one for this match. Definitely. Because the Bumrah one was just madness, right? Then the Natarajan one to ABD. Like, there were good Yorkers earlier on in the season as well. I think, I can't remember, but Archer bowled one to, was it Gale or was it Russell? Can't remember exactly. But Archer bowled a really good one as well. But these three have to be in the top, definitely. I completely agree, dude, LBW. Thank you for that comment. Thank you.
What do you guys think on this ball? What do you guys think on this ball? Do you challenge it? No?
No, I wouldn't challenge it. Renell said, check out, did you see my chat? So the last one I've got is we still have Kane Williamson.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, Sup did. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just check it. I'm trying to be as proactive as I can.
As proactive, Nick. That is a full-time job. I'm telling you, it's job.
Oh.
Babysitting is a full-time job.
Goodness me. Oh, that's a shot. That's a 6 as well. Garg.
Oh my
God. 2 6s. Good
man. You cannot fold. He got pumped his last game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fold in the playoffs, man.
Goodness me. I'm just surprised by the fact that Norkia isn't bowling the lines that I know that he should bowl at this stage. Like, they're going well. You bowl it, try a Yorker, try and go full, try and bowl a good length. Don't bowl a bouncer to a guy who's just there to swing it, right? It wasn't a surprise delivery. It wasn't a surprise. That's it. That's what you do. That's what you bowl. Good ball. Well done, Norkia.
That was a good comeback right there. Almost got him. We need that other wicket. I'm bringing Rabada right back right now.
I think they should. I think they generally should.
I am literally in the power play. I'm probably giving 2 overs to Nokia and 2 overs to Rabada. Because if you get Pandy, it's just too much to ask Kane Williamson to go say, I need 100. I need 100. Basically telling him you go out there and get a century.
One thing I feel more confident with SRH is that you have Kane Williamson, but you also have Jason Holder now, right? Holder is not doing a bad job with the bat. We've seen that he can stick out the wicket and get runs when he needs to. So Manish Pandey is a big deal, but even after him, I think Kane Williamson, if Williamson goes, then SRH are completely out. I think that's where I would cut it out. It's very, very close. They're ahead of the run rate at this very moment compared to DC, but DC had some really good overs. I think they were, what were they, 60 in the power play or 60 something in the power play?
Yep. And right away, Rabada, like I said, they bring Rabada back out. I think it's a smart thing. I think it's a smart thing to do. I'm predicting a super over.
Ooh, super over on a Sunday. Have you watched
Super over Sunday? Yeah. This question is for you, Asjad. It says, have you watched Boria Majrami's recent, or recent video?
Majumdar's recent video critic. I have not. I am going to copy paste this comment and check it out after this.
Renil says SRH is winning this. Woo!
I would like that to be true, Renel. Thank you so much for the support for SRH. They just had such a good run. It's like the same thing that happened to Kings 11. I felt so bad that they had to get kicked out.
I know.
In the last couple of games. But like I said, I think as soon as Rabada does well, DC do well. He's literally their like main point for them doing well. And he looks fired up. He looks fired up today.
He wants that purple cap. How close did he get? Is he back in the tie or?
Oh, he's 26, I think. Bumrah's 27 wickets, so I think he needs one more to tie purple cap.
Bro, that ball knocked the bat out of his hands. He's fired up today. Woo.
It's fun to watch him bowl like this because you see him kind of relax a bit sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
He's swinging it as well. He's swinging it as well, isn't he? A lot more than I've seen him
get under that.
Oh, that's two. That's all right. That's all right. Rabada will win us IPL this season.
I thought Ashwin was going to get close to that ball. He is slow, bro. It's like he was running in water. Seriously, bro.
Oh, goodness me. I give it to Ashwin. He's a comparatively an elderly statesman. I will give him that. But yeah, why did he not drag his bat? Oh, maybe he's in the crease. That was a direct hit as well.
Wow, direct hit there by Norkia.
Mm-hmm. Gabe, listen to the Delhi Capitals song. It's the only half decent one. It's called Roma.
KK song, and I listened to KKR song. I gotta tell you this though, they do everything big, man. You can tell they're owned by like a movie star, bro. Because that video is pretty sick too. But I'll definitely check it out.
I found this song. So there's this guy, I can't remember his name. Is Yash Raj something. So he does parodies of dialogues and certain things online, and he does like a really cool parody of already existing dialogues in a musical tone. And he actually created a Dream 11 IPL song for like 50 seconds. It's really good it's really catchy.
Right.
It's about go make your Dream 11 team because I know how to make the song or something. Well, it's that effect. So like go and make your team, and he just repeats that for like 20 seconds. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. I'll see if I get a link. I'll put it in the chat. Definitely give it a whirl. Think you'll enjoy it.
Ooh, look at Nepal. KKR has the worst song. I happen to think Nepal may be a Mumbai Indian fan. Was it the Mumbai Indians that banned SRK? SRK from the field.
Yes, I think it was.
That's their main rival, right?
Ooh, yeah. There's a tough ass there. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Just let me know. It's that guy's video. So if you get a chance and if you've got 47 seconds, give it a whirl.
I'll definitely think. I think Dream 11 sponsored the song. I have heard it too. Yeah. It'd be hard for Dream 11 to do so. Here goes Marcus Stoinis.
Oh, just a single.
Just a single. You know, Stoinis is one of those players where he's taken over in a few games. He's won games for them, right? Yeah. So, I mean, he did it with the bat. If he can get a wicket here,
if he gets a wicket, do you know what I've noticed? He's actually not that bad of a bowler as I thought he was. So I genuinely I didn't rate him as an all-rounder at all prior to the Australia series, even though I saw him in the Big Bash. But I was like, nah, he's not that impressive. Right? Just got hit for 4, so maybe I'm just jinxing him.
He is not an overpowering bowler, but he has a knack to get
picking up wickets. Yeah,
and he can handle pressure. I forgot what game it was where it was the last over, and they needed 3 runs on 2 balls, and somehow he wiggled out of it. I was like,
yeah,
it was insane.
He's done some amazing things this season, which defy his statistics and things like that, but he's done some really good things for Delhi Capitals for definite. I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think of Priyam Garg opening? If they win this match, do you think he should stay as their opener for?
I do. Game? I think you put way too much pressure on a wicket keeper who literally had not played one game this year, and in the playoffs, you're asking him to be in that opening partnership. Opening partnership to me is one of the most important things because if you lose a guy, now the next guy that comes in is going to take a while to get used to reading the pitch, reading those bounces. You want to make it out of that power play without losing your opening partnership. If you lose one guy, fine. If you lose both of them, it's pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Stoinis also gets wickets. So I would keep Garg here. I mean, it's already better than what you got last time. Could you imagine if Warner's now been dismissed twice relatively early? You know what I mean? You know, last time did he get dismissed early? I think he did. He only got like maybe 20 runs. Or something like that.
My God!
Stoinis,
that's a ball.
Told you.
What? You know what? God, forget the Rabada Yorker, right? I don't know if I put
Rabada Yorker. Wow.
I don't know.
Wickets, bro.
Oh
he gets wickets.
Goodness, that's
Stoinis. That's why I'm saying this is the only team that has a chance to beat Mumbai because they get contributions throughout.
That's you know what? That's just, oh my goodness. I like how pumped they are. It's genuinely good to see Delhi Capitals back in this case. Basically, I have a deal with my cousin who chose MI and RCB to get to the final, right?
Right.
And two of my teams were SRH and DC. So now one of my teams is going to face off against one of his teams in the final. Right. Whoever wins buys the other one pizza.
Ooh, Nick and I have a similar bet, but ours was just on fantasy because we're gonna go out and go to a local Indian restaurant over here. A friend of mine is Anoop. He is a big host at a casino out here, and he told us like the best place in town to go. But it wasn't a Yorker. My apologies. It wasn't a Yorker. But it was, in my opinion, it was a better ball than the Yorker that Rabada threw. I mean, man. That's it. You lost 2 wickets in the opening partnership. You're just in bad shape right now.
In the power play as well.
In the power play, you lost your opening partnership, right? Because Pandey was 3.
Do you know what? I'm not saying Shreyas Iyer isn't a good captain, but it definitely looks like this match is being captained by Ricky Ponting. Telling you,
for sure,
from the dugout, because like the decisions there, like I don't think Stoinis has balled in the power play often in this season, right? It just comes in. And it's just smart thinking, and they're now bowling to Kane Williamson and Manish Pandey. So this partnership is probably the most important partnership now for them. After this, you have Jason Holder, and then you've got Goswami and Abdul Samad, right?
Bro, you're basically asking Williamson, you're telling them, I need
100 from you.
A 50. I need 100. I need 100 from you. That's too much pressure.
Yeah. Pandey needs to score at least a 60 for SRH. Yeah, Yash Patankar. Yeah, completely agree with you. Rabada one was also. I'd say the Rabada one looked more. Maybe it was just a full delivery. Manish Pandey.
Wow. I told you. Stoinis, baby. Stoinis is a savage. He's a savage.
2 for 8. In his solitary over.
2 for 8, 3 wickets down. Oh, Stoinis. 5 wickets. And they're still in the power play. 5 overs in the
Who do you send, Gabe? Do you send Holder? Do you send Goswami or someone else?
This is tough. I would probably send Goswami. You got to have somebody to try to make it. It depends who they bowl.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Stoinis is yoked, bro.
I was genuinely gonna say I didn't realize that, but you see that arm.
That's what I was earlier. Could you imagine him and Ben Stokes going at it? Because Ben Stokes.
Man. Oh goodness me. They're both beasts. They're both like huge guys. It's crazy. Return of Destroyness.
Return of Destroyness? That's hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
Holder, you're right. They threw him out there. They're putting all their chips in their basket right now.
Not a bad shout. I don't know if it's the right shout, but it's not a bad decision because the last game, these two kind of saved it for him, right? These two got them. There was 67 for 4 or something in the 10th, 11th over. They went till the end. They won them the game. So if they stay together,
over.
Yeah.
Double wicket over. The Greek god, yeah, he's yoked, man. I would love you know how that famous fight between Stokes and what's his name? Was it Warner? David Warner and Stokes? No, it was the one that they got. Who was it, guys?
Blanking.
I'm blanking on it. Think SRH have done with SRH. Han, I got killed last time I mentioned that. Yeah, honestly. I mentioned how Bairstow, you need the firepower.
Right. Priyaj asks.
It's just
about how's the women's IPL. Who's playing in the final? Like, I've actually genuinely missed the women's.
It's going to be IPL. The Supernovas. Supernovas won yesterday, and who else played yesterday?
Was it Trailblazers?
Trailblazers, yes. Supernova, the Trailblazers.
Yeah. So I saw the highlights. I didn't watch it properly. I think it's very good. Like, personally, like I said, I liked watching Sophie Eccleston take those wickets. So, like, that match, I was happy about.
I like this. Stokes, most of his fights are outside of Bristol nightclubs.
Oh, my God.
Fight with another cricketer. I want to say it was it?
Samuels. Marlon Samuels.
Oh, Samuels.
Thank you, Kushbag. I think I told you this, or I might not have, but Marlon Samuels just, the first time, there's this whole, like, track on Golden Ducks podcast, the We Cricket people. They did a podcast of everything that's happened. I genuinely asked you to check it out. It's basically, the first time was when Stokes was a newbie, and he was going out, and Samuels put his hat on his heart and just salute him goodbye.
Yeah.
And then moving on, it was in the 2016 World Cup where they had some sort of disagreement. Then they had a couple of more. And Stokes was asked about quarantining in New Zealand. And he said, yeah, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And then the journalist, being a journalist, asked the question, would you wish it on Samuels? And he's like, not even Samuels. And then Samuels took a screenshot of that picture and just had a rant against Stokes. He just started swearing and, like, just cursing him and just absolutely, genuinely check it out. I think it's very surprising. Then Shane Warne came into the thick of things on Twitter. It was really entertaining. Yeah, no problem. Goodness. Diss track coming on Stokes Warren. Oh, if he has that diss track, I really want to listen to it. Is that? Oh no, that missed the bat.
Yeah. No, definitely. So I know that it was I knew that Samuel's a West Indies player, right? West Indies player.
He's very good. Like, in the past 10 years, he's one of the, in my opinion at least, one of the better batsmen West Indies produced in the past 10 years. Yeah, he's done a lot, especially in T20 cricket. Yeah.
Sunday, guys. Nick doesn't record on Sundays. He doesn't live stream. He's got church and family responsibilities. So, yeah. But man, right now, man, they're going forward right here.
That's a 4.
And wow, great ball by Jason Holder. Now remember, Jason Holder is an all-rounder. He can give you 50, but I mean, even if he gives you 50 and you get a 50 out of
Williamson
right now, which you're asking for a tall task, both of them to give you 50s. Yeah. Who else is there? You're still short. That's still short.
Rashid Khan can come in and get a quick fire 20. I'm genuinely trying to see who they have. But yeah, we've got Goswami and Abdul Samad who can bat. Ooh. But again, I don't know anything about Goswami, so I can't really argue that. Fine. Abdul Samad looks like a guy who wants to come in and just smash and get his innings going. He's a really good batsman. Domestically, he's done a really good job. So I think he's young and he can potentially come in next. If they keep going at a good pace, and if they lose a wicket, let's say if this partnership is about 160, 170 strike rate partnership, Then Abdul Samad would probably come in, and then Rashid Khan, because Rashid Khan can get a quick fire 20, as I said, if need be. But yeah, they don't have much batting, honestly. It's really surprising though, isn't it? Just because of that one Saha not being there, just changes the entire dynamic, doesn't it?
The entire dynamic, man. Well, you know what? To be fair, think about all the injuries that the Sunrisers have had to contend with, man. Very few teams have the kind of depth that they could deal with all those injuries, you know? And it's not fair. You feel bad. I feel bad for them. You know, it is what it is. But, Axar Patel.
Ooh, he's in your team, isn't he?
I love Axar Patel. Ooh. He's very underrated. Very underrated.
Right. I'll ask you a question. As you are a fellow CSK supporter, Ravi Jadeja or Axar Patel in your team? Because I was thinking about this.
Based on this season, I got to go with Axar Patel. Got to do it.
Do you think the reason why I'm still confused, because he's not he hasn't had as many chances to bat as Ravi Jadeja, but Jadeja's batting has been immense this season. His bowling not so much, but Axar Patel's bowling's been outclassed. So I think that's where I'm kind of arguing the points. Maybe Axar Patel as well, just because he has bowled well, right? Ravi Jadeja hasn't had a brilliant bowling performance. He had like one or two maximum. He always Axar Patel always gets you a good economy, and if he gets you a wicket, that's great.
Good wicket. I mean, I think that because Jadeja has been expected to do so much for CSK, where Axar Patel's almost an afterthought. But yes, you know, Jadeja is definitely better with the stick, but as an all-rounder, you got to get wickets. Right now, to me, for what's bigger for Stoinis today, putting up that 38, or is it getting two huge wickets in the power play?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Completely agree with you. I think I'm just checking now. Axar Patel, what's he got? He's got 8 wickets in 14 games, right? But his economy is 6.4. 6.4. That's madness. Again, that was close. Oh, without the sound, I can't genuinely tell if I can hear it or not. But I think that just missed it by hardly a centimeter. Goodness me. Oh, that was close. Axar Patel. Oh, he's drifting it in as well. It just drifts in slightly.
Bro,
and then just straightens up. I know. Goodness me. Like, that's what I'm saying. His economy, like, just on average this season has been 6.4. Yeah. 6.4 is brilliant.
I think he's top 5 in economy. I want to say
I think he is. I just checked the wickets, and even wickets wise, he's not 8 wickets in 14 games, but in terms of the economy, he's just absolute madness. Top 5, top 6 now, top 6.
Top 6 in economy rate. Look at that. But and again,
go on.
I am more partial to bowling because I'm of the mindset of I don't care if you put up 200. If you can't get wickets, I'm going to put up 201 and beat you. So you got to get the wickets.
Yeah.
But Jadeja's a better hitter, but he is not a better bowler than Axar Patel.
Not right now, definitely, yeah. This is the thing. I think Axar Patel has performed so well this season with the ball. It's hard to leave him out of any. If you have to pick a left arm off spinner, you have to go with Axar Patel because he's done 2 decent jobs with the bat. His economy is fantastic. His economy just gets me every time. It's like, goodness me. And Ravi Jadeja he's really good. Let's put it this way. I know you haven't seen much of Jadeja's bowling. Right. I actually rate him a lot as a bowler. So when I see him not getting wickets or getting smashed, it's just a bit surprising. But maybe this season especially, Axar Patel's done a fantastic job.
He did
a pretty good job last season as well. But this season, he's come into his own and done the business, honestly.
You know, Abhishek says Jadeja would have saved enough in the field. I forgot about that. Jadeja is a really good fielder. He is a really good fielder. So I think Jadeja, as far as, if you take it's close if you take the fielding. You know what I mean? If you take the fielding in a factor, it is super close. Jadeja, it's probably overall a better bowler than Axar Patel. He just hasn't been this season. We're talking about this season. This season, Axar Patel has been brilliant. He's been brilliant.
Yeah. AB de Villiers, I am honored to answer your question. He asks, Asjad, have you watched Crossing the Line? If not, you should watch it. It's amazing. Nick and Gabe should watch it too. It's on YouTube on Super. Yeah, I'll check it out. Crossing the Line. I'll definitely give it a whirl.
I've heard of that one. I don't know which one it is exactly.
Crossing the Line. It is a documentary on YouTube. Australian cricket to South Africa. It's to I assume it's to do with the what is it, sandpaper scandal thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I forgot what it's actually called. I just remember sandpaper scandal.
It was in where did it happen? Was it in
South Africa? Yeah, I think so. Oh goodness me. Crossing the Line is superb. I'll definitely give it a watch. Definitely. It's I remember when it happened because it was just a surprise because I never expected Australia to do something like that, if you know what I mean. That was
a scandal like that.
Yeah. And I've seen
Cape Town.
Yeah, thank you. So I've seen other teams do things like that. I'm not pointing any names. Maybe sometimes Pakistan. I'm not saying any other names.
Sandpaper.
But yeah, it's really, it was kind of disheartening because players like Steve Smith and David Warner not playing for Australia for a year, right? Yes. I think it was the right decision, but it was just very, very dumb, if I can say that on your stream.
I'll tell you what, but that led to the redemption for the team, and you got to see in the test how it happened. The worst thing you could do is exactly what the Houston Astros did in our baseball cheating scandal here with stealing the signs. Not one player got fined. Not one player got suspended. And what did the commissioner do? He didn't take the championship. He didn't do anything. All because they won a World Series too. That's the problem. They did it for 2 years and they went to the playoffs twice and won a World Series. All the commissioner did was fire 2 coaches. One that was not even with the team anymore. And guess what? Those 2 coaches, he suspended both coaches for a year. They already got jobs again. So am I going to trade 2? If I'm an owner of a team, am I willing to trade 2 coaches for a baseball championship? Absolutely. It was no punishment whatsoever. It was so weak. And the people were disappointed in the Houston Astros because they could have done what Australia did and punished their own players, and they didn't do it. So I think Australia handled it well, and they handled it the best way to handle it.
Yeah. Silver Rahul says that what do you mean Australians are always known for stretching bounds of sportsmanship? To be honest, right, it's not as obvious as that. So again, what I mean is being so obvious with it. For Australia, because Australia and other countries, usually England or South Africa and things like that, if they do something like this, it's not in your face. This was genuinely in your face. You could see it happen as it happened. That's what I mean. So it was more obvious than not obvious. But yeah, I get what you mean. I don't think any particular team cheats a lot. But yeah, I get what your point is. Sorry. It is, AB de Villiers' last test series as well.
And you know what? To tell you the truth, this is how bad it was, okay? They were using cameras to steal signals, and in real time, video cameras set up at the parks, and in real time, giving their batters signals to whether it was a breaking ball or it was a fastball. It's like knowing it's like knowing this is going to be a full toss or this is going to be a Yorker. That's the kind of advantage you're giving the batter. It was one of the biggest sports scandals in America in a long time. Wow. And it was nothing on all parts.
Really? See, in cricket, what I've noticed is, why are they just trying to hit behind the wicket? Goodness me, try and play a different shot. All they're doing is just trying that. I know Kane Williamson succeeded, but I think they need to...
They're trying to elongate the chase, maybe try to get... I know what they're trying to do, but they got a long way to go.
Yeah, I don't think that shot, again, it's too much risk for too little reward at this point. And that's exactly what they put short fine leg in, just so he doesn't play that. Is that caught? Is that caught? No, it isn't. It splits the fielders. Oh, that's fielding and a half. If that's saved, that's brilliant. Who's that? Is that Dubé?
That was. I can't see the back of the jersey. It must be Dubé.
I think so. Not 100%.
Gabe, what was Deflate Gate? Okay, so Bill Belichick.
That's very close. That's very close, isn't it?
Wow, it could be a 4, or it could be. Ooh, that's close. So Bill Belichick, the coach for the Patriots, he's the most storied coach there is. And he also used cameras to tape practices to see other teams' formation. This guy pushes the boundaries. Okay.
Right, okay.
So Deflategate was they were having deflated footballs because it's easier to hold on to and to squeeze, especially when it's raining or it's cold. Okay. And Tom Brady, for as good as he is, one of the drawbacks about him is he doesn't have big hands. Why does that matter? If you have really big hands in football, you're going to be able to control it a lot better. What happened?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, do me a favor, Asjad, hold it down real quick. Savannah's going to go take Trey to his game, so I got to remove my car.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
Strategic timeout anyway. You've got brilliant timing, at least on my end. How's everyone doing? I'm going to hold down the fort for a little while. Any questions? Anything anyone want to talk about? I'm just going to read through some of the messages. Asjad, Jadeja was nothing without Dhoni, but now Dhoni has curbed his class. Right, yeah. So I understand what you're saying, Prag. So Dhoni was one of the key makers of Jadeja's bowling, especially. And I agree with that statement. The only issue is he's also done fairly decently well without Dhoni there. So I think Dhoni's developed him enough so that he can still be a very, very good bowler. Batting-wise, I think he's just really, really good as a hitter, or as a finisher at least. But bowling-wise, he's learned the art, and he does a pretty decent job, in my opinion. Are you going to watch? So, Asjad, what was the deep? I was listening to it and then kind of left in the middle of the scandal or the gate. So I will let you know, Andy, when he comes back. And Asjad, are you gonna watch India versus? Yes, I am. I'm gonna watch India versus Australia. That series looks amazing because, like I said, that's the one series that has everything. That has T20s, at least 3. I think 3 T20s, 3 one-days, and 4 test matches. It's a proper series from what I can tell. So I'm really, really excited about that. Asjad, saw my name. See my comment. Renal, yes, Asjad. Right. Let's go, Kane. Renal, I'm genuinely trying to find SRH. We need a miracle batting performance from the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thankfully, they have the studio timeout right now. But I think if these guys stay there till the next timeout, then SRH have a chance. But if they lose even one more wicket, that's going to be detrimental to them completely. Jason Holder, he's done a great job so far. Kane Williamson's great all the time, so there's no point even talking about how brilliant of a batsman he is. But if they stay there until the 15th, 16th over, and they have about 50 runs to chase, I think they can definitely do it. So that means they need, approximately 70 runs off the next 7. So they need to go about 10 and over from now. I think they can win it. If they don't lose a wicket and go 10 and over from now, they can win it. Check all these. Yeah, I'm going to watch the India-Australia. Yep. Pakistan-Zimbabwe T20 stream on Tuesday. Oh, that match was really good today because I didn't have to worry about Pakistan losing at all. It was a good watch. I think Pakistan played like they should have in the ODIs and in the previous, what they should have done in the previous game. I think they dropped a catch, but barring that, I don't think there was any other mishaps. Fakhar Zaman doing a Fakhar Zaman, so I wasn't really excited about that, but he does that all the time anyway, so there's no point even thinking about his batting too much. He'll do something good in the next game. I know he's been known for just playing well against Zimbabwe, but again, at least he's broken that stereotype, hasn't he? Not playing well against Zimbabwe. Will you be following the? Yes, I will be. Yash Patankar. So yes, I'll be. What I'll be doing is looking at every international cricket game that I possibly can. So first I'll finish the Pakistan-Zimbabwe series. Then I'm going to do the PSL with the playoff matches. Oh, Kane Williamson with a 6. Oh, what a shot. Oh, yeah, that's a good shot straight down the ground. Brilliant. Yeah, sorry. So I'm going to do the PSL playoffs. I'm going to try and do a bit of the LPL when that starts. But yeah, I'm going to do India, Australia. I'm going to do England, South Africa. I'm going to try and do Pakistan, New Zealand. Got work cut out for me. Don Antonio, do you like any of Bravo's songs? I like Champion because it was just the timing of the song because it won the World Cup then as well. So yeah, so Champion. I don't want to sing it. I'm a terrible Bravo singer, so I'm not even gonna give it a go. As a Big Bash, I will get to the Big Bash as well. I think it depends. What I'll do is so similar to what I do with the LPL is because the Big Bash isn't on TV on Sky Sports, it's on a different channel. So it's hard for me to watch. That's one of the big reasons. The second thing is I'll try and do if not daily videos for the Big Bash. I'll probably do weekly like I'm planning on doing for the LPL. So I get most of the matches kind of sorted. Again, if I get time, I might just do Big Bash, but it genuinely just depends how much time I have on doing all the matches because there's so much cricket going on. I've got this calendar on my phone with all the international games, and there's some circumstances where I've got 2 or 3 proper games in the season. So I don't know.
Oh, and that's just a single. Thanks for holding it down. Yeah, Trey has
no problem.
3 games, I think, today. He started his 7-on-7 league. I'm actually going to post some of his videos from the game the night before last. And, bro, because of COVID, they've locked down high school sports. So we've got him now on a 7-on-7 football team and a club baseball team because we've got to get him to play. This is junior year, huge for colleges. They got to see what he can do, and he's a great athlete. So we got to do what we got to do, man. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sad. Deflategate. So anyway, bottom line is they were deflating footballs, and they have ball boys deflating footballs just a little bit, so Tom Brady can have a better grip. The other players grabbed the ball during the game, and they felt it on the opposing side. Like, look, this doesn't feel right because the pressure, the amount of air in the ball is supposed to be a certain amount. So that's what the Deflategate is. You know what I mean? Gabe, why is everybody calling you Gabe Gaitonde? On our other channel, Born Reviews, we started off actually. That's how we got introduced to cricket. Nick and I are big, huge movie buffs. That's how we started in YouTube. We started a movie channel. And I forget who was the original OG. We have been reviewing movies, and somebody asked us to review an Indian film. And, then we got a whole bunch of love. Channel blew up. We started doing Indian reviews. We caught a film called Gangs of Wasseypur. So in the first film, it reminded me so much of The Godfather, which is one of the greatest American films.
Yeah,
there was this guy in there who is Nawazuddin Siddiqui, and he's one of the sons, and he was the weak link. Basically, he's got his dad killed. So I was killing this guy like, yo, you're the Fredo, just like in The Godfather. You're the Fredo. If you don't know about The Godfather, Fredo is the weak link of the Corleone family. Well, in the second Gangs of Wasseypur 2, he becomes the Don, and he is ruthless, bro. And then after that, I loved him as a character. I loved his Nawazuddin Siddiqui's acting, and he's on a show called Sacred Games, where he's also a gangster in that, and it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen Sacred Games, you got to watch it, and that's where Gaitonde comes from. Gabe Gaitonde. Yeah, GG. CNN family.
So Rahul, Asjad, do you speak any language other than English? Yes, I do. I speak Urdu/Hindi, depending on who I'm speaking to. So I can speak in that. I don't speak Punjabi very well, but I understand Punjabi very well, and a bit of German just because of school.
Wow,
that's about it.
That's about it. That's impressive.
Oh no, honestly, people in Pakistan and India, they speak like 3-4 languages all the time. So I'm an underachiever in languages. I'm telling you. my brother speaks Chinese, Turkish, and German. Okay.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I'm like completely out of that. I'm like, yeah. I'll stick to the ones that I've been born with and just learn a bit whatever I learned at school.
And yeah, Gabe the White Night Watchman is the original name for CFA. But yeah, here in America, it's sad. In Dominican Republic, they teach actually English as a second language at schools. And I think universally English is taught in other places, right?
Yeah.
Well, here they teach Spanish and they give you an option to take like Chinese, you know what I mean? But really it's not like something that's forced. You got to take just one credit. And I would think that as diverse as the world has become, or honestly as small as the world has become, you should teach multiple languages, not just Spanish, but Chinese and Japanese and Hindi. I mean, and think about it, it's a global market. You know what I mean? You're preparing your students for the business world, but we don't do another. Oh no!
What? Oh, Kane Williamson, you legend! He smashed Rabada over square leg. Oh, that's a great shot. Right.
This was almost a maiden over until that stick right there. I mean, he gave up the one wide, but I think somebody sang Kane Williamson my video talking about he needs to get dropped. And dude, this is the last 2 games he's made me eat so much crow. Watch him. I said earlier, he can't score 100. You're asking too much of him. Game.
Wow. While you were away, I said that I think what SRH need to do is get to about 130 by the 16th over, about 130, 135 by the 16th over without a wicket lost, and I think they'll win. Because Kane Williamson, Jason Holder, they'll be in prime form then, wouldn't they? Because they've been at the crease for now 10 overs in that case.
10 overs. You need to keep both of them though. You're right.
Yeah.
If you keep both of them, you have a shot. If you don't keep both of them, I don't think any other batsman you have can do the partnership, to help Kane Williamson. Because really it's Kane Williamson that you're hoping can get you 60 or 70. But he's got to have a good partnership to do that. Somebody that can easily rotate strikes. You can't keep losing wickets because that means you're also losing balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They need someone to do a Hetmeyer later on in the innings. That's what they need. And I think if these guys stay there, they genuinely can. Gabe Chatil is asking, I should ask you to watch the PSL playoffs, which start on the 14th, the Pakistan Super League playoffs. If you get some time, I will see where you can get them online. I think they might be on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. They might be on YouTube. If they are, I'll give you a shout and you can check
them out. Man, let me know. Like I said, I love watching all cricket. Like I said, during the week, it's tough for me now because doing both jobs, but definitely if it's this type of time in the morning time, I have time coming up. We definitely want to do some big bash league as well. We just do cricket in general, man.
Of course.
Bro, I watch Korean baseball league. Oh my God.
Williamson with a 6, straight down the ground. Aksar Patel.
What did I ever do to you, Kane Williamson? Bro, he hates me. Hates me. I can hear Nick right now. Yeah, drop Kane Williamson for Burstow, right? Sure. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, man. The documentary isn't, AB de Villiers, I said the documentary isn't only about the scandal, it's about the whole series. There was lots of amazing cricket played, also slicing of fires too. I will check it out, Mr. AB de Villiers. I will genuinely check the Crossing the Line out and I will give it a watch. It's on YouTube, so it's easily accessible, so I'm glad about that.
You know what I never eat Kane Crow? You know what I never noticed about Williamson? He kind of bats like Brian Lara, doesn't he? He's very low to the ground, very compact. Watch how small he gets.
One thing, I think I get where you're coming from in terms of that he goes low down, then jumps up just before he kind of takes that final step. it's a very interesting comment that you said he reminds you of Brian Lara, because I was talking to my dad earlier, and I can't remember which player I think I compared him to Dravid from India rather than Brian Lara. I think he's more like that in terms of the type of player he is. Oh, that's another 6. Jason Holt. Is that 6? No, that's not a 6.
Catch
Jason
it.
Holder. Jason Holder's gone.
Yes.
Oh, Jason Holder, you. As soon as I make you my vice captain, right?
Patel, baby. Axar Patel, I told you.
Oh, goodness me.
This is an aberration, him giving up a 6. That guy's allergic to 6s. Axar Patel's like, ooh, I don't like this feeling. A 6? No. You know, bro, that dude's economy rate's under 6. He's like, ew, that doesn't feel good.
Right. So, yes, I agree with you in the sense that Kane Williamson, when he goes low down just before the ball is delivered, that is Lara-esque for sure. I think he's more solid, not solid because Lara was pretty solid as well. I think he reminds me more of Dravid from India rather than of Lara, just personally.
And I think with that, here's the thing. I think being too tall as a batsman hurts you, just like in baseball it does. Because in baseball, it gives a bigger strike zone for the pitcher to attack, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're too tall, okay, it's going to be hard to really defend against those Yorkers, you know, right at your toes or whatnot. So being able to come down like that and be in that very defensive position, but he's still strong enough where he can go ahead and unload.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. If Pollard has one weakness, to me, it's that very low ball, that Yorker right at the toe, because he's a big dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3", so it's hard for him to get down there.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'5", Gabe.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's huge.
I'm so short.
Nice, right? It's basically a lot of the West Indian players are just really, really like big guys, and they like. Back in the days, they used to bowl really quick. They used to bat like bosses. I just want them to get to that type of level again, and that would be great to watch.
You got one job right now. It didn't even have to be caught. Stop it.
That's a brilliant cut shot, though. Like Kane Williamson's brain is such a cricketing brain, isn't it? He's just
so good.
So good.
I was so wrong. Wrong.
Silver Rahul asks, Asjad, do you watch Bollywood films? Yes, I do watch Bollywood films. That's an interesting question. Yeah.
You applied for job as IPL selectors yet? Listen. If I went on there, if I got a job in IPL, any job, if I could have a job in the IPL, so tough. Do I want to be a commentator? I probably want to be a commentator, not a coach.
I want to be more commentator than a coach. Yeah.
As a coach, now I'm making choices, and I know I'm going to get second judge. You know what I'm saying? But as a commentator, I could just go in there and on a bigger platform destroy what people do wrong.
Yeah.
Pick them up when they wanted quarterback. I would not want. The worst job in the world has to be being selector for the Indian international team, bro. They're so deep. No matter what you do, people are gonna lose their mind. What? You know, you left out Padicle. You left off Sky. You know, there's so many guys. They're so tough.
Right. I'll tell you this. This is probably a case in every country's cricket team, because in Pakistan there's that series that's happening with Zimbabwe. I was like that when they released the squad, and I was like, why isn't he in the team? Why isn't he in the team? What are they doing? Why have they got this player? So I think because if you follow certain cricketers or certain leagues or certain, cricket matches quite well, then you know who's a good player, who's a bad player. Oh my God, Kane Williamson smashed that for 6.
How did he hit that for a 6? It was a wide. It was behind him. God.
Goodness me. Prayag,
exactly. Just a flick of wrist.
How are you going to stream? I don't know which channel it's going to be on as of yet, Prayag. So whenever I know, I will try and post it in one of my videos to say this is where I'm going to watch it, just so everyone who hasn't been able to watch it.
Hey, so Pakistan won against Zimbabwe today, right? 134. So they took that match.
Yeah, they did. They won the series 2-0. The final match is on Tuesday. And right, you know who Babar Azam is, right?
Babar Azam, of course.
Yeah. So there's this new Pakistani player who's playing his third game today. His name is Haider Ali. And he's very, very exciting player. He's a very exciting player. I think he's 19 years old or 20 years old. Very exciting player. I definitely urge you to watch a couple of his matches. He might be in the highlights if you find the Pakistan Zimbabwe highlights. He's batted really well today.
Really?
He made 66 of 43, not out. Won them the game.
That's impressive.
So yeah, definitely give that a watch. He played in the T20 against England as well, the final T20 against England. He came, he batted number 3, got a 50 in his first game. So give that a watch. I think he's a pretty exciting player for Pakistan. He's one to watch out for.
You know, you got to do everything you can right now to attack the non. You know, you want to. Exactly. You want to attack so that you could keep that side on strike and stay away from Kane Williamson. That's their only chance of winning. Attack Samad, get his wicket. That way, the strike stays over there. You could get the next guy.
He can hit it though. That's the thing, because I know he hasn't performed extremely well in the IPL this season. But he can smash it when he needs to. He's one of those finisher kind of players. So if he gets on point, he can do this. With Williamson, obviously, at the other end, because you can't lose Williamson. You can't lose Williamson.
Gabe, when am I learning the Crow language? Oh my gosh!
Ooh, Swapnil back with a bang. Swapnil bang with a back with a bang.
Oh, you know, Swapnil always comes with the fire. Gabe's agenda against Campbell will get him banned from commentary. I'd be gone in a minute. Do you know who Stephen A. Smith is?
Say that again, sorry?
You know who Stephen A. Smith is?
Yes.
So he's like me. He's from New York. He's a New Yorker. So he's been fired from ESPN, I want to say at least 3 times. Because the comments he makes, he's brutal. He attacks especially New York teams. The Knicks. Yeah. I mean, he's literally said everything short of James Dolan is a crook and he's stealing money from the fans. But I mean, like literally, attacks owners, players. I love it. And Stephen A. Smith, because he has such a huge fan base, ESPN has no choice but to bring him back. But they fired him like 3 times because of the stuff he says. You know, I love it. That'd be me, man.
That's a sign of someone who's controversial but draws like crazy.
And you know what? As he said many a times, listen, this isn't me killing my adversaries. This is me killing my own teams because I'm a fan. He said, I'm not a commentator right now. I'm a fan. I pay for Nick's season tickets. I pay for Nick jerseys. I watch games. I'm contributing to the product you're putting out there. You have a responsibility to me as a fan to put out a good product. You know what I mean? And it's just, I agree with them. You know, you got to hold your athletes. You got to hold your owners. You got to hold your teams accountable. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, listen.
One thing is that at least if you hold them accountable, then when they perform well, you can praise them. They're better for it, aren't they? At the end of the day.
Right. Oh, definitely. I'm gonna do Gabe and Asjad. Will you guys watch West Indies, New Zealand? I can't wait to see West Indies T20 squad. I can't wait to see their ODI squad. You know, West Indies, I'm from the Caribbean, so I'm a West Indies fan. Our test squad, you know, I thought they were going to pull out the series win against England. They didn't, but I'm still excited. I know we got some good young players, and I've learned about some of their T20 players from watching CPL and IPL. So, like, for instance, Pollard, Hitmeyer, you know what I'm saying? Guys like that are not on the test squad. You know, Nicholas Purang, exactly. Nicholas Purang. I'm like, okay, this is where our strength is. So I'm excited to see it. Gabe Burstow would have been
genuinely excited about that.
Now instead of, you know what? Burstow might be eating noodles. It's just hard, Abhishek, when you know a guy has a potential. Look at Burstow this year. What did he get? 97 one time, 78 another time. When they can give you those huge innings like that to sit that guy. But you guys are right. Look, Williamson is 2 runs away from getting another 50, back-to-back 50s.
Yeah.
So when they've needed him, he's shown up.
Oh, is that only a single? Generally thought that should have been 2. That's a good shot, though. Good stop.
Gosh.
Right,
Bro,
Akshar Patel. If Akshar Patel, he's gonna end up at less than like 7 economy.
yeah, it's amazing.
Crazy.
Bro, this is so frustrating. All you got to do is get out Kane Williamson, man. For the love of Pete. One guy. Gosh.
Nikhil says, Gabe, these 50s are more important than Bairstow's innings. Well, it depends because... Go on, sorry.
I agree with that simply because they've needed these innings to win those games desperately. And both games, he's the last of the Mohicans. The last chance, you know what I mean? So this guy has ice water in his veins.
Gets a 50 of 35. This is the thing. He never looks like he's slogging it. He never looks like he's out of shape. He's just playing cricket shots and still going at what? Just about 145 strike rate or something like that? It's crazy.
Oh, my God. Snort, crow, Kane. Oh, my gosh. The attacks.
Oh, Gabe, are the 1986 Mets your all-time top sports team?
Stop it. You know what's funny? The 86 Mets, they call them the amazing Mets because they were not expected to win. In fact, they were expected to lose their division. And they had a remarkable year where everybody showed up. And it's in baseball, it's one of the most, storied years.
Ooh.
Come on.
As soon as I said he doesn't get out of shape, he edges the ball, goes for 4. Oh wow! So the 86 Mets, Gabe.
Yeah, 86 Mets. Look, even Akshar Patel's laughing like, I get an edge and it goes for 4. Gosh, she's like, come on, get this guy out.
That's 32. That's a lot for Akshar Patel. Like he's going for 8 and over.
8 and over. That's expensive for him.
Yeah. Now Williamson's done the right thing. He genuinely, I think all they need, if they get 20, 25 runs in the next 2 overs, that'll build their momentum going on to the death. And that's what about 50 runs they need. 50, 55 runs from the last 4, and that's definitely possible. Definitely.
Big over alert. No, I need a wicket alert. What are you doing to me here? Gabe, I don't know anything about basketball, but I love watching. I still watch Stephen A. Smith's rant. He's hilarious. That's how all New Yorkers are too. It's funny. My wife's Hawaiian and Mexican, right? Now, if you know anything, I don't know if you had a lot of interaction around Hawaiian people. Very nice people, very cordial people. There's a huge Japanese culture out there in Hawaii, obviously. And then same thing, Mexicans are very, very quiet. They're more of the Spanish speakers. They're some of the more soft-spoken people or whatever. Just generally nice people. We went to New York, and Savannah was like, that's what she's grown up. Mind you, she grew up in Southern California, Santa Barbara, California. It's like, Beach Town, USA, all right?
Yeah.
And literally, she's like, why is everybody so angry out here? Because if you go to New York, man, everybody's always moving $1 million a minute. Everybody's always driving aggressively or taking the bus aggressively. I mean, you get on the train, and I joke not. Me and Savannah are standing there, and there's some people sitting down, and this little lady comes on. And nobody would get up to give her a seat. Like I'm like, God, New Yorkers are rough, man. I'm not even joking. Man. New Yorkers are rough.
Do you know what? Like, whenever I go to London, I get this feeling of people being I wouldn't say rude. What happens is people are just busy in their own lives. Yes. That city is moving 10 times faster than my normal life. When you start walking, you're walking with people walking like 6-7 miles an hour, right? So it's hard to even catch up to that. And everything's just moving. There's a flow. There's an organized chaos, as I like to call it.
Yes.
But even there, people get up for old people, man. Like, even there, people get up on the bus a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Abdul Samad with a 6 to Norkia.
Come on, Norkia.
Oh, I'm telling you, he needs to stop bowling these bounces. Stop bowling bouncer as a surprise delivery, not as a giveaway.
Bro, Norkia's killing me. His last 2 games, he has been bad. We need a wicket in the worst way right now.
Goodness, man. I was just thinking that says 721 sixes in the season. That means it's about what 11 sixes a match. That's a lot of sixes.
That's a lot of sixes.
10, 11 sixes a match. That's crazy. Oh, 12 sixes. I don't know. Mathematically. Is London near Worcestershire? No, it isn't. Worcestershire is. I don't really know.
No, I did not see the South African squad announcement.
South African squad. Oh, that's a good shot by Abdul Samad. Oh, that's a 4 as well. Good shot.
Now I'm getting nervous. Gosh, bro. I mean, you know, you got this game in the bag, man. You need one more wicket. Gosh.
Goodness me, this is like I'm as I said, I'm happy about this happening right now. But at the same time, you got to realize that these guys, right? Nortje has just not bowled properly. He's not bowled well at all whatsoever. As it's depressing.
In the last 2 games, he has not been himself.
Oh, that's an edge. That's 4 as well.
How did he get 4 off that?
Goodness me. Right. I'm actually putting the squad in the chat, Gabe, for South Africa. So I'm going to put it in 3.
He called the big over. Oh, my gosh. An edge. He got a 4 off of an edge.
It almost went for 6, didn't it? It almost went for 6.
6, dude. Oh, just not fair. I am sick to my stomach right now. Score is 128 for 4, guys. It is not looking good.
14.5 overs. Ooh, yeah, exactly. So all they need is about 7-8 runs of the next over at least, and then they're golden. I think that's gonna be great. I'll be really happy. I'm telling you.
So far, 128 for 4. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, Arjit Sharma says it's because of the speed Nortje is bowling. Yeah, because bowling really quick. Yeah, but the thing is, that's a good ball. That's a Yorker. That's a brilliant delivery. That's what he should do. Not all the time, but that's what he needs to do. And if he's bowling a bouncer, maybe he can try a slower ball bouncer because then they can't use the pace of the delivery to kind of smash it for 6 or 4 or anything like that.
No, exactly. Play to your score. All right, you said you needed to get into the death overs at 130. You're 1 shy, 129. You called it, bro. Oh, man.
If they do this is exactly what I was thinking because I was thinking more along the lines of this is what they need now. That's 61 runs of 5 overs. We've seen 70 runs easily in the last 5, right? Yeah. We've seen 80 runs. We've seen 90 for Mumbai Indians, but they're a league of their own. Let's not talk about that. Yeah. But for everyone else, 70 seems very possible. So let's see. I can't wait. Hilarious. Next ball, Williamson goes. That would be anticlimactic.
I would love it. Next ball, Williamson goes. I'll take that in a heartbeat.
What's that? Abdul Samad, 18 off 7. Ashwin had only bowled 1 over. He's bowling his second now. Wow, they've saved him up.
And
big over alert for sure.
I don't think that's the right move because now you let him back in the game. That's what I'm saying. You should have thrown these guys earlier. Didn't even let them get this close. I know you got to have people for the death overs, but man.
So Stoinis is going to bowl 2 overs at the death, or at least 1 over at the death.
1 over, I would say. Rabada 1 at the death.
Nortje 1.
And Ashwin will get 2 over the next few. I would stay away from the Bay.
That edge for... Oh, is that 4? Oh, no. Good field. Well, ball kind of stopped that, didn't it? That's 2 runs. 2 is good. The required runner is 12, which means you get a 2 off every ball, and you're fine. Oh.
This is pressure. Ashwin's
good at handling pressure, though. Tell you what. He's a very seasoned player now.
We need a wicket alert here.
Stay in your crease and launch. Keep an eye on the ball. Yes, Harris, I agree with you. That's what they need to do. Stay in the crease. Because he's going to ball short of the length, isn't he? So you can't pick him from the flight.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Jihan says, Dr. Jihan, it's the only match Australia lost in 2015. Come on. Kane Williamson, he's eating boundaries for breakfast. Hit Cummings for 6 to win a really tight 1-wicket victory. He's good at finishing chases. This finishing chases, he was chasing the 7th over. Finishing chases.
Definitely.
He's good, period. They've been chasing since like the power play. I think Kane Williamson came in at the end of the power play, didn't he?
He came in before that. Came in the 4th, I think.
Oh my gosh.
4.4 or something. I can't remember. But yeah, somewhere around there. That's when he came in. Crazy. If AB de Villiers is Mira SRH, SRH will get.
So 2 and you're already at 8 this over.
Abdul Samad should have left that. That was such a wide ball.
It was
such a wide.
It's a single though.
Oh, Nick in the chat. Kane is garbage, right, Gabe?
Oh my god! I told you. He didn't get in the chat when Hitmeyer played well and put up runs for DC.
He said it. He talked about it. Hitmeyer did well, like I always said he would.
God, I hate you. Oh, Nick.
Hey, Nick. We miss your amazing sense of humor. Please keep us going in the chat.
This is brutal. Come on.
Timeout.
I need a wicket. Look. Nick is the worst thing in the world would be to have an SRH and a Mumbai Indians final. Nick will be gloating, smiling from ear to ear. And bro, it'll be the worst stream. You guys will see me truly depressed that time. I don't think you'll see me depressed. You'll see me truly depressed. Gosh.
Abhishek, Nick, our interview's still going. My neighborhood cat has applied.
Oh man.
Hey guys, appreciate you handling this chat. Gabe, they say you need help with this SC.
You know what, Nicholas? See what I gotta do with? Don't worry. Asjad has done a good job of babysitting me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't come on by myself. Don't worry, I messed up my fantasy picks. I've gone down 5 spots.
Ask me. I am 72. Don't worry about yourself doing bad. I dropped Stoinis. I dropped Dhawan. Who else did I drop?
Rabada.
I dropped Rabada. So, you know, go for it. Asjad is here. Sure, this game is going on to at least 1 super over. Oh, I wish. Ojwal says Asjad is here, so sure, this game is going into a super over.
Oh, at least. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Super over? Are you kidding me?
Could be. It's a great game. Like, I genuinely did not think the World Cup final last year was going to go into a super over. But that went to a super over.
No, it could easily be one. You're right. And it would just give me a heart attack is what would happen.
52. It's 52 runs off 4 point. No, wait, not 52. That's bad math. That's 51 runs of the last 4.
Jeez. Oh, my gosh. So what do they need? About 11, 12 and over?
Yeah, they need 12.75, I think. I hope so.
Oh, my gosh.
My maths is right.
This is not fair. Dr. Jihan says, SRH to beat Mumbai Indians. I called it a week ago.
You know what? You can see the future.
SRH. I was shocked the support they had.
This is the thing. They're really good when they're on song, aren't they? And when they've got the right lineup, they're really good. Swapnil, I dropped the idea of playing fantasy altogether. You know what? I think I might go for that option next season, because it's like I'm 2 minutes before the match. I'm like, oh wait, there's the match going on. I have to get on my phone, and by the time I've filled everything in, I'm like, oh man, I'm tired. Bro, thankfully, I don't do daily fantasy anymore. Daily fantasy was a pain.
Yeah, dude, I do mine literally after the game. I'll look usually, and I'll say, okay, who am I going to pick for tomorrow? And I'll plan it so that in the morning, all I got to do is look to see who's out and who's in, and I already have it pre-planned. Yeah. I know. Please, DC, we can't let Nick win.
Harris asks, cricket for us, do you live by yourself? No, I do not. I live with my family. That's a very interesting question. I like that question. Do you live by yourself? I just ask everyone to leave. I politely ask everyone, could you please not come into the TV room while I'm on a live stream, please? And they say, of course. So that's why you don't see anyone anywhere.
See, once again, another professional. When I'm on the stream, you got kids walking in the background. My mother-in-law was walking in the background earlier. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh,
guys, Nick has had 1 or 2 talkings to with me, but unfortunately, I am who I am. All right, the level of professionalism. This is as professional as it's gonna get.
It's professional enough. What a shot! Oh, what a dive, dude! Kane Williamson's timing. Oh, sorry, Abdul Samad. Sorry, wrong batsman. Still, the timing was great. Just kept going and going and going.
Rabada saved the boundary there. That could be huge. Definitely. Nick is and I in America, November is known as No Shave November, right? So we're not supposed to shave. I have not shaved all November. This is all I could get, bro. It's ridiculous.
We have Movember in the UK as well. I'm not doing that, but like I try and get my mustache into this type of position every couple of weeks. Then it starts being a bit difficult to manage after about 3 weeks of doing it.
Gabe, no, thank you. As the New York star, that's a good point.
Ooh.
Oh,
is that Ayer? Is that Shreyas Iyer? Ooh, that's the captain.
That is Ayer. That's not good.
What happened?
I think he might have pulled his shoulder or strained it.
It's his arm, his other arm. So it's the left arm. His shoulder. Yeah, you're right. It's his shoulder. Silver Rahul asks, what is your most pleasant and most painful memory in India-Pakistan cricket matches? Every time Pakistan plays India in a World Cup is my most painful memory. The latest one is always the one. It's probably the 2007 T20 World Cup final, and the most pleasant memory is probably the 2017 Champions Trophy final. Just recent wise, if I go back, I really liked that test. I can't remember exactly, but it was the test match where Shoaib Akhtar was playing one of his first match against India. He got Tendulkar with a beautiful low full toss. It was 98, I think. So in terms of exact moments, I think that, but like in terms of a genuine match, I would say those two. But thank you for the question. Appreciate it.
No Shave November is a worldwide thing. I didn't know that, Minitium. Thank you.
I think in the UK, it's just about a mustache, not about the beard. Because I've seen a lot of people shave their beard and just keep the mustache. It's for some sort of cancer support, isn't it? I can't remember exactly which one. At least here it is.
Your guess is as good as mine. Kolkata test.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the Kolkata test. Exactly. Thank you, Rishabh. Oh, those were the days. Great teams.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, what a shot. Kane Williamson. Kane Williamson is a genius.
For the love of Pete.
I have no idea how he just did that. He uppercut it behind point for 4. Oh, my goodness.
This is not good. We got to do something different.
Kane Williamson, you beast of a man. Right, Gabe, I'm gonna let you decide. Do you think I should do a video about this match, or should I just leave it? Because I was exhausted by this brilliance. It's gonna carry.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. If you do a video, I watch it. I watched one of your videos the other day, man. Your editing is getting super impressive, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying my best. I'm trying. Not as good as you guys yet. I'm not as professional as your editing skills, but really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh, Williamson's gone. Stoinis gets him. Stoinis gets him.
Stoinis, look at those guns on him. Look at the pipes. Look at the pipes on him. Those 92-inch pythons. I don't know how big his arms are, but I'm just gonna say 92-inch pythons.
They look huge. It's fine.
Stoinis.
If he left that, do you know what? If Kane Williamson left that, that would have been a wide.
That would have been a wide. You know what? Rabada gets the catch, and oh, that was so huge. That's why you love Stoinis. Stoinis, listen, a lucky dude. You cannot luck your way through three huge wickets. Stoinis today has gotten Kane Williamson. He got Pandey, right?
Yeah.
And was he the?
Did he get Holder? I think he got Holder.
Holder as well.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Right.
The Greek god.
No, he got Priyam Garg. He got Priyam Garg.
Garg, okay.
He got Garg, Pandey, and now Williamson.
Bro, you just get to exhale now if you're a DC fan. It's not over yet. I've learned my lesson. All right. I've had a few heartbreakers at the end. I honestly think AB de Villiers scarred me for life. Took my confidence away. I used to make sweeping declarations all the time, and then I got de Villiers. Oh.
Right. Okay. So let me try and be as optimistic as possible. Still have Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan can do it. He can get 36 off 6. 6 sixes in a row. There it is. That's what he's gonna do.
Bro, that's not Tawadia up there, bro. That's Khan. Come on now.
Oh, goodness. Oh, count. If there was a Tawadia here now, you would have smashed it.
Listen, yeah. Rashid sent above Goswami. Yes, I would send Rashid again above Rashid. Guys, Goswami looked like it was deer in the headlights. The moment was too big for him. Too big for him. Guys.
Yeah, Muhammad Hassan says, I don't know if that's the Pakistani player or not, but it's Muhammad Hassan saying Rashid Khan and Abdul Samad can still do it. So yes, they can, but again, it's Rashid Khan just came with the crease. If you have someone who's already settled there, like Abdul Samad, if you had Kane Williamson, there would be a bigger chance. Now I think it's about 10% chance, 15% chance that SRH can win because it's 42 to 14 runs and over they need.
I mean, right now, yeah. If I am, and I like that we got Ashwin, right? We still got Rabada. You got
Norkia.
I think
they should both Stoinis. I think they should both Stoinis.
I would not throw Norkia back out there. I would go with Stoinis again. I would not throw Norkia out there.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely agreed. Stoinis has been
Did he get him?
To them. I think he was just in.
Bro, and I am concerned. It looks out to me. Bro, are you concerned with Norkia for the final? I mean, you got to have him. Oh, no, he was in. You're right.
Do you know what? With Norkia, I think the funny thing is he's going to be in the team. He's just not had the best performances over the past couple of games. So I'm not going to kick him out of the side. I would say he still gets into the side if Delhi go in to the final.
Would go with the same order you got right now. I would go with the same team. This is your best team. You know, if they don't play Hitmeyer next game, Nick's going to have to get me off of Twitter. Going to lock me out of all the accounts because I'm tweeting directly at Ricky Ponting. Honestly. Bro, I better not see what's his nephew's name? What's his nephew's name?
Is that a six? Is that a six? Is that a six? Is that a six? That's a 6. Rashid Khan. Well done.
You called it. He can rake. You guys called it. Sam's. I got Rashid Khan on my team too. I'll take that 6, but yeah, Sam's. I better not see Sam's anywhere near. Or if you want, bring in Sam's and sit Norkia, but it better not be to sit Hitmeyer. Oh my God, it better not be to Hitmeyer.
Okay, if they get into the final and Hitmeyer doesn't play, that'll be a shock. Oh my goodness, is that 4? Yes. Sorry,
why?
I'm just really excited.
What is God? What are you doing to me? No. I was joking when I said Rashid Khan. He comes out and he's got 10 runs and 3 balls. Seriously? Yes, look, exactly, Renil. Oh my God, Rashid doing this? 10 runs on 3 balls? There's players that haven't got 10 runs.
Oh, that's a good Yorker. Go back. Yorker. Oh, wow.
I've seen players go 3 games without scoring 10 runs. Are you kidding?
Rishabh Pant? Oh, goodness me. Take that single, Rashid. Run like the wind.
Well, you know he can run.
Yeah. They need 30. They need 30 off 2 overs. That's 15 and over. Whew. That's interesting.
So Rashid Khan keeps the strike. I think this is smart because he's just going to go rake. He doesn't care less. These guys, everybody from here on, you got to look to play big shots. Oh my gosh, bro.
Abdul Samad, genuinely 27 of 14. Done a decent job so far for Sunrisers. Genuinely impressed.
You and me both.
Yeah, he just needs to keep doing this. Super over. Andy, super over. Oh, that's great.
Why do you hate me?
15 from both overs is difficult, but
Stoinis
Rabada's bowling.
Stoinis will go for plenty. But that's why Stoinis is bowling right now. It's Rabada. You go with your best guy in the 19th over.
Yeah.
Your best guy. Let's go, Rabada.
Right, that's 1. That's a single. Back to Abdul Samad. 29 off 11. I feel bad for Rahane. He didn't get a chance to bat. Hasn't taken any catches. He's just chilling in the team. He's just like, I'll just run around for 20 overs.
He's on my fantasy team. 0 runs. All good. All good, my friend.
Ooh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Abdul Samad, you beauty, you legendary Super Saiyan. Oh, that's a shot. Oh, yes, that's a 6 to Rabada.
And I was about to say, Rabada still has that bouncer in his back pocket and a full toss. It was like he was waiting for the full toss.
Yeah, he knew that he was going to do this. That's 84 meters.
Wow.
Goodness.
Would you go with a slower ball now, or would you go with the bouncer?
Yeah, I'd go slower ball Yorker. Slower ball Yorker or slower ball wide from off stump.
Come on. Get him. Let's go, Rabada.
Straight down the ground. That's straight down the ground. And that's caught. And Abdul Samad goes. Is that Kimo Paul? Did Kimo Paul take that catch? He's sub. If that's Kimo Paul, that's hilarious because he's one of the guys I thought would start off the season.
It was that's a concern. Is he replacing Sarias Iyer? Is Iyer that hurt? Oh no, Iyer's
looks
there.
Like it.
Who's he replacing?
I don't know.
Maybe Ashwin. Ashwin can't run. That's it. He's bowled out. Get him out of there. Ashwin would have been 30 feet away from that ball. He would not even.
Sup. The thing is, he was almost a legendary Super Saiyan. Okay, I was wrong. Broly is the only legendary Super Saiyan. You are correct, my friend. I agree with that. 33 of 16. 33 of 16.
That's impressive.
He just needed to sit. Right, Goswami comes in at number 8. Oh, don't you bowl your worst bowlers in the 15 to 20th? Or bowl the batsman, the wicket keeper there.
Don't you bowl your worst bowlers in the in the overs 15 to 20, or bowl your best?
That's also gone. Rabada takes another one. Rabada got the purple cap.
The purple cap, baby. Let's go.
8 wickets. Hat-trick on the cards.
Go. It's going to be a purple cap, a championship battle. Rabada versus Bumrah.
Bumrah, yep.
And guess what? They'll both be on my team because those guys are going ham.
Right, Nick. The reason why Garg opened was because he can at least hit the ball, but Goswami couldn't. So Goswami's been just pushed down the order completely. Garg has had some batting performances this season. So he came in, he hit a couple of really nice sixes and then got out. So I thought it was a good decision.
I think Nick is talking about, I don't think he realizes, Nick, Saha's done, bro. Done for, he has a torn hamstring. Done. Hurt, unfortunately. Hat-trick ball here. Oh, get yourself some Nadeem. Let's go, Rabada.
Swapnil with the best comment in the past.
Always.
Right, Gabe and Asjad, how big crow will you eat if Goswami wins it for SRH?
Bro, if Goswami wins it for SRH, I'm shaving my eyebrows, man.
Oh. I was gonna say, as long as the crow's halal, I'm happy to try it. So I don't mind. That's crazy. Absolutely.
I just mean he couldn't get above the 6 in the lineup and has struggled, so they have to go to him. There's nobody else to go to, Nick.
Yeah.
They had nobody else. SRH has been plagued by the injury bug. And I feel bad for Saha because he was playing so well.
Yeah. Six injuries. Man. 6 injuries this season. Oh, Rabada takes 4 wickets.
Rabada takes 4.
3 in the over. That's 3 wickets in this over.
He said, let me get that purple cap back. Let me get my purple cap back. Hold that, cousin. Hat-trick for Rabada.
Well, technically, there was a wide in the middle. I don't know if you call it a hat-trick still.
I call it a hat-trick.
Yeah, no eyebrows being shaved, Gabe.
0. I still keep my eyebrows. Let's go. Nick, and that's why Goswami was not bowling in the 2-hole. Last time he saw 3 balls, this time 1.
Oh, no.
I call that the closest thing I've seen to a hat trick. 3 wickets in an over, I'll take it. Let's go, Rabada. Get a 4th. You already got 4 wickets. Get me another. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso.
DC if Gabe called it a hat trick, it is a hat trick, period. Gabe, Chris Bagdi says, if Gabe called it a hat trick, it's a hat trick, period. And what are you doing? Shabazz Nadeem, what are you doing? Why are you trying to play a ramp shot to Rabada?
That was funny.
It's a mad over. It's 8 runs. Wait, 8 runs with a 6 in it, right? With 6 in this over and 3 wickets. This has just blown my mind.
All right, they need 22 runs. 22 runs
of the last over.
Do you go with Stoinis though? Because this could be dangerous.
I think they'll go with Norkia. They're going with Norkia. I think they'll go. Yeah, they're going with Norkia.
Okay. How about this, Renil? We'll call that a Gabe hat trick, a CFA hat trick.
I like it.
They're going with Norkia. You know what? I think this is smart, though, because you do want to build his confidence for the next game. And if he gets a wicket here, it's going to help build his confidence.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. 2016 T20 World Cup final, Carlos Brathwaite, they needed 23 off the last over, and they won it, right? I know there's no Carlos Brathwaite here, but who knows? Who knows? They can do it.
His purple cap to the end. He said, I'm not giving it up. You're going to have to come take it from me, Bumrah.
Exactly. And what he's done is he hasn't looked this pumped at all this entire season as he has done today.
Look at Nick putting me on blast. Oh, Nick, you heathen. He says, not a CFA hat trick, just a Gabe. We at CFA do not condone the
Ooh.
Wow, throw me under the bus.
Goodness.
Rabada.
All catches in the dig.
Rabada. Oh, daddy. But Rabada's taking small wickets. Listen, people.
A wicket's a wicket. A wicket's a wicket, technically.
I will say that's what, to me, why I think Archer's better than Rabada, because he gets them in the power play. And to me, Bolt is probably top 2 or 3 because he's got the most. I think he's got 14 wickets in the power play. Holy cow!
Yeah. One thing I'm really like, I agree with that point. The only thing is, in cricket, the batsman error doesn't do much. It's not like it doesn't affect the wicket. Still goes against the bowler's name. So at the end of the day, Rabada took 4 wickets, but I think he deserves 1 because of his wicket of David Warner. The other 3 has genuinely batsman error with a couple of smarts, like the wicket of Abdul Samad, the slower delivery bowled. The other 2 have just been short deliveries. They were just, they were just trying to smash it.
Smart bowling with him in the death right there. But honestly, the biggest wicket of the game was David Warner. Yeah. That just changed the complexion of the game. Yeah. You got him early. That's what you do. It sets
this is a really good over.
Thank you, really good guys. Over. DC 2.0 beat DC 1.0. DC 2.0 in here today with a cricket for us 2.0. Love it. Getting ready to go to the playoffs. DC versus Mumbai, like I predicted weeks ago.
Well done on that, Gabe. Honestly,
and I tell you right now, I still see Mumbai winning, but I could see this DC team putting up a better fight. You know, maybe even winning the game. To me, though, I think the pressure's on Mumbai, and I'll tell you why. You just beat these guys. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. I believe Mumbai beat them already 1 time, and DC beat Mumbai. I think they split the season, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to beat the same team you just beat. You know what I mean? It's got to be pressure on Mumbai, in my opinion.
Oh, he fell while trying to hit that. Sandeep Sharma. They win by 17 runs. Done and dusted.
Done and dusted. That's your line right there. I love that. Done and dusted.
Appreciate. Goodness me. That's a good game. I must say, Dhawan, Stoinis needs to be man of the match, in my opinion.
Man of the match.
Yeah.
Man of the match. And I hope that even though it took them all 14 or 15 games to figure out you want to have Stoinis in that opening partnership, they better keep it for the playoffs against the Mumbai Indians. It gives you a better position. Hitmeyer, Nick, my boy Hitmeyer today putting up runs, cousin. All right, put him to be your last of the Mohicans. And I'm telling you, Holder was man of the match for DC. Oh God, these guys are crazy. I love it.
I beat CSK 4 times last season and won the cup.
Last season and won the cup, Gabe. Oh, you know what? Dr. Vi, in American sports, is usually hard to beat a team that many times. You know what I mean? You get to know what they like to do. Check your comment. Let me go see Renee. But thank you for the super chat, Dr. Vi. Like I just said, I think Mumbai has the advantage. They should win. But
Nick agrees with you, Gabe. I completely agree, Gabe. MI are the favorites, but this DC can be dangerous. But MI won't feel the pressure. Been there and done that.
Must be banned for being number 1 in fair play and SR and DC play again for finals. MI must be banned for being number 1 in fair play. Are they number 1 in fair play this year? I can see it because it's been so easy for them. They don't have to argue. They don't have to do anything. They're not intimidating umpires to change calls. Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, Gabe, are you going DC on Tuesday? Yeah.
Of course, I got to go against Nick.
I'm DC too. Don't worry, I'm DC. I don't want MI to win. I don't want to owe a pizza. Okay, that's one of my big deal. I don't want to owe a pizza, which
he's like, I don't want to owe a pizza. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Nick and I will be streaming it, brother, on the championship. You're more than welcome to come join us if you have time on that day to do so. I'm still trying to secure the whole day so I can do it. If not, I'll only be there for part of the stream. But man, Mumbai Indians, DC Capitals, that's our 2020 IPL championship, guys. Before I get out of here, I just want to take a poll. Let me know in the chat, Mumbai or DC? Mumbai or DC, guys? Gabe, school on Tuesday? So far, Swapnil, I'm working on
it. Just a point on that, I would love to join you guys. I will work things out on my end, but I think the match starts at 2:00 UK time, so I can potentially manage. So I'll let you guys know. But I would love to join. That's going to be a blast because I want to see Nick lose in front of me rather than just on YouTube.
Watching Nick lose is why I do this. Okay, it's my pleasure in life. You should have seen Nick's face in the CPL when the Tridents got thoroughly thrashed. We got a lot of DC in the chat right now. It's a blue wave, Mumbai.
They're both blue. They're both blue.
They're both blue. They are both blue. Dr. Vi with the super chat. Holder 11 from 15. 50 runs given and a huge drop. Yes. Holder with a huge drop. I think what was worse, on your opinion? Was it Holder's drop? The 50 obviously was a big deal. Or was it losing your captain so early, which just set the tone, man?
I'd say losing the captain because at that point when that drop catch happened, Holder had still gone about 10 and over before that. It was still going about 10 and over. At the end, right, he went for 50. But David Warner, I'd say David Warner losing him very RCB.
Miro, man, listen, you can only pick the teams that are in it, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. That was just can I pick CSK then? I want CSK to win. They're not in it. Come on now.
If DC are genuinely a very, very formidable team, and if they perform like they did today, even now, this is the thing. They got to 190, but they couldn't control the runs for SRH. They only won by 17 runs. I know it's not as big a margin. That's my only concern with DC at the moment.
All right. I agree with you. And honestly, here's my big concern. Rabada showed up today, right? Stoinis showed up today. Norkia, this is 2 games in a row where he's been expensive, man. Yeah. And if you can't get him right, if he doesn't get wickets, we're in trouble. Axar Patel is going to do what he's going to do, give you the 6th best economy rate, right? You're going to get Ashwin to get you a wicket or 2, but you need that other guy. And he can't, if he goes out and gives up 45, 44, 50, and doesn't get any wickets, we lose. That's just the bottom line, man. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much. Much love. Cricket for us. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. Well, actually, I put it from the very beginning at the end. It's Cricket for Us 2.0. Go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. Guys, he does amazing 7-8 minute reviews. A lot more polished than I am. And he touches up everything you need to know. So you guys can have that, water cooler conversation at work. If you miss the game, don't worry. Asjad is going to tell you exactly what you needed to know about that game. The beautiful balls. He always picks which is going to be. You know what? I'm not going to have you tell us. If you guys want to know which is going to be his call for beautiful day, watch his video. Hopefully he puts one out today. I'm excited to see it. And woo, Rabada with the purple cap.
Oh, yeah, 29 wickets. That's fantastic, isn't it?
29 wickets. Woo. Now he's leading by 2.
Yes. Yeah. Just on that point, thank you so much for having me on, Gabe and Nick in the chat as well. Really appreciate it. Love your content. Love everything about your channel. Huge fan here. Again, I'm trying to do my level best to get up to even half as good as you guys are. So don't say stuff like that. Honestly, your cricket knowledge is amazing compared to a lot of people who learned it in the past year and a half, right? The amount of work you've done to learn the game, to be able to talk about it like you're experts is absolutely amazing. I love watching your videos. I genuinely love these live streams. Honestly, I'll miss these after the IPL. Honestly, I'll see if I find PSL. I'll let you guys know, and if you guys do have time, I'll send across a link or something like that.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, guys, that's it for all of us. Yep. Boomerang and Rabada both for the purple cap. Somebody said they're going to tie for the purple cap. There is no tie because Boomerang has a better economy rate. So if they end up with the same amount of wickets, Boomerang wins it. So, you know, it's exciting. This is going to end up being an epic game. Man, guys, mad love for everybody today. Tons of fun. Mumbai Indian fans, I mean, you guys got to feel good about yourselves because you just beat DC. So you're probably thinking, all right, we got this in the bag. DC fans, no fret. They beat us, but they did not beat DC with Stoinis batting too and with Hitmeyer there. So let's see if they can do it again. But you guys know the deal. Until next time, same bat channel. Peace.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.